All right, boys, we're recording.
Hello.
Wah.
So
Good
Battlefield,
afternoon.
Battlefield 2042. I'm
What
excited for it.
what is this mode that you keep talking about?
Hazard Zone. It's like Tarkov. You're gonna have to go in, get the loot, get out. If you die, you lose the loot, but you can only go in with loot that you get in those matches. So it's like a more mainstream Tarkov type mode, and I think it
But
could kill Tarkov.
is it literally just going to be like exactly like Tarkov, where it's you just go into a place and then raid and then leave?
It's gonna be the
or is it gonna have,
Battlefield
like, extra
maps.
features? Okay,
Dude.
but like we talked about it before, where we were saying
Squads of
like,
4.
okay, is there going to be like
Squad of
a thing where you can have your own little base and stuff like that? Like, are they going to add extra features
No,
like that? Or
I
is it
don't.
literally just gonna
I
be, like,
don't
straight
know.
Tarkov?
I don't know. They are solely focusing on multiplayer. So the sky's the limit. I mean, they've been working
Yeah.
on this game for what, 2 years? Probably
I think
longer.
so, yeah. If it's called Hazard Zone, do you think that's gonna have that's gonna be like the main event for like the tornadoes, like the weather effects?
Maybe. I have no idea, man. Like I said, I'm just expected. I'm expecting this game to kill Warzone.
Well,
I think the game's gonna
I
kill
really
Warzone.
hope so.
Battlefield
You
4
hope
is
so.
free right now.
Yeah, dude. Battlefield 3 and 4. Yeah, like they're. Yeah, those are good games.
Well, we could always see about playing that someday. Like, I'd be down to do that because I haven't really played Battlefield before.
Yeah.
So.
I think Battlefield
cheap,
4.
dude.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 I think has a decent viewer base. And usually when people get hyped up about it, like Battlefield, there's definitely like a little rise and people they're just excited,
Yeah.
so they want to play something like that.
Well, there's
Um,
also
You
Rainbow
can
Six.
see that,
Was it Extraction? Is that what it is?
Extraction, yeah. So it's like a 3-person co-op survive so apparently you level up your characters, you gain skills and stuff like that, and you have to go in, secure something, get out, and it's like alien infected mode. Which
Okay.
they did an outbreak mode like 3 years ago, I think, or something, and it was super popular, so that's why they made a whole game out of it. But basically, from what I've seen, is if you die, your player dies too. So like, no, your skill goes away, all that stuff. So the stakes are a little higher than I thought they would be. That would be like Nazi zombies, where like if you leveled up your character, but if you died after you have to survive to round 20, and it's like if you die before that, then like you have to basically start your character over. That's gonna be some rage
Wait.
moments.
Wait. So you're saying like just like in Cold War, where like you upgrade your skills, like and they carry over. If you die before a certain round, all that
Skills
stuff
go
goes
away.
away.
Yep.
That's insane, dude. I feel like that would be that's super rage inducing. I would cry.
Well, I mean,
That's probably like self revive though, right? Like, I don't know. We obviously don't know much about it yet, but dude, I hope that they have mechanics like that because it's gonna be stressful.
I'm just excited because we got like 3 months we got to hold out, and then we get all these games. Like September, I think we get.
Deathloop.
I don't think
Actually-
Deathloop's gonna be that popular.
Yeah.
I want to play
That's like
Deathloop though. Deathloop.
Is
I
that
want to
single
play
player?
it, but I think it's gonna be one of those games where like people play it for a week and it's gone.
September 14th. Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, we get the new Rainbow Six game in September. We get Battlefield in October, Halo in
Okay.
December, Dying Light 2 in December. Far Cry 6
Duty?
might be October as well. Back for
They have
Blood
enough-
is Back for Blood's in October. Call
They
of
have
Duty
enough
is
Call of
gonna be
Duty.
November, but I guarantee you it's gonna be Hot Caca.
Are you sure it's not going to be in October? Because they released a couple of them in October, didn't they?
I think they're gonna want to. It would be smart for them with World War II to give themselves an extra couple of weeks, probably. So they're
Yeah.
probably gonna push it as far as they can. So if I had to guess, it's gonna come out like the same week as Veterans Day.
Yes.
That's in November,
Yes.
right?
Is that
Um,
when they usually do it? 'Cause
It's
they did
usually
Cold
it's
War.
it's usually 2 weeks before or like a week after at the latest. Like I saw one game got released like because Veterans Day was on a weird date or something. But
Oh, interesting.
it usually comes out around Veterans Day, if not a little earlier. But I seriously do think that people are so into the way that Warzone is right now. The fact that they went to Cold War and it's going back in time, and so the weapons are getting clunkier. Like now we're gonna go to freaking World War II guns, and no offense, but like you look at World War II guns, it's always the same guns. Like it's never anything special.
Yeah.
It's gonna be your standard guns.
I haven't seen the DP-28 in years.
They're all the same
you
though,
don't know,
man.
you don't even know what that gun is, huh?
No, there's like the
That's like
Type
an LMG.
That's the
99.
dinner
there's-
plate, dude. That's the dinner
That's-
plate. It's with
that one?
the giant.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's in
With the,
PUBG.
it's an LMG. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, they had in PUBG at one point, I think.
That's what I remember it from. Yeah, the DP-28. Yeah.
But
I remember it from World at War.
yeah, no, but I'm surprised that the Rainbow Six game's coming that soon. It's in like 3 months.
Yeah.
That is really soon. Well, dude, okay, I'm still waiting for Bethesda to come out with some games because seriously, dude, like I want either Starfield to come out or the next Elder
Starfield,
Scrolls to
man.
come out.
I think Starfield's a
Starfield.
2022 at the earliest game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dang it. Well,
Yeah.
all we have right now is freaking Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, which nobody cares about. So
I want my goddamn money back, bro. Fallout 76 was hot garbage.
I'm sure if they release a single player mode, I would go back to it. But
The
like,
battle
multiplayer
royale
is
was
not fun.
kind of neat, but it's just so
We
clunky.
played like 2 matches of it, dude.
I played more than that, but it's
Well,
just
'cause it was
it's
cool when you would
dead.
get power armor and stuff like that, and you would. I
Yeah,
don't know. I thought it was fun.
yeah, it was a cool
I didn't know
idea.
they had Battle Royale for Fallout.
Well,
Wow.
the problem-
Yeah, dude.
Problem is, it came out after the game pretty much got shit on. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of stuff that went wrong with that game, unfortunately.
Halo Battle Royale, I think if Battlefield doesn't kill Warzone, I think Halo Infinite Battle Royale 6
When
months
is it
after it
coming out?
comes out or something is gonna be the nail in the coffin.
When does Halo Infinite come out?
It's supposed to come out in December
December. Yeah.
if it doesn't get delayed again.
Again.
Because I'm worried because 343 has yet to make a good Halo game in my opinion. Like it's just
That's
never
fair.
Kind of-
like
That's
it
fair.
literally went like Halo 1, 2, 3 peak and then it went Halo Reach down a little bit and like I think ODST came out around the same time too
Yeah.
or like right before and then it just downhill.
Halo 5 was bad.
It was
I
a Halo
played-
5 Guardians or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
It felt like-
it was
they had,
awkward.
Felt like
they
they
had
were
cool
trying to
custom game modes and stuff like that, but other
If-
than that, everything
if-
sucked.
it felt like they were trying to copy the game mechanics of Call of Duty but make it Halo.
Yeah.
To me, it
and then,
felt
like-
more like Titanfall than Call of Duty.
Titanfall
Oh.
3 I think has the potential to finally like be a popular Titanfall game,
Yeah.
especially with Apex. Like they could definitely
Yeah.
integrate it.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't
man,
played Apex
yeah.
in a minute, huh?
I can't.
How come?
What?
Ever since I updated my drivers, and I've updated them 2 or 3 times now, so it's like I'm not gonna revert to the older version. It's just as bad. But ever since I updated my drivers like a month ago, Apex runs like dog, dude. I get dropped frames like
Wow.
crazy, so I'm waiting for my new PC.
Mm,
But I mean, Ranked Arena should be coming out like a week before that, so
They have
okay.
a date for it or no?
it's rumored to come out in like a couple weeks.
Okay.
What about your PC?
No.
When's that coming?
3 weeks probably.
Have they given you any updates yet?
No, they won't update me till they ship it.
Speaking of games, so I was talking about Muck earlier, and
Oh.
Muck, freaking Muck, dude. So one of my mods had brought it up, and I remember seeing another streamer play it. It's basically like think Minecraft, but it was made in like 2 days.
Oh god.
It's so
2
good,
days?
though.
No
Yeah,
thanks.
I think like 2 days. No, dude, it's really fun. Like all the mushrooms are like Candace jokes. So there's like slurp on shrooms and like lig on shrooms and sug on shrooms. Like, and then they
Well,
have
What's
like
sug on
this.
shroom?
They have this boss called Big Chunk.
Did I tell
Oh
you
my
that
God.
Did I tell you that Little Man was playing on his little Fire tablet? He was playing. It was like Miner Man or something like that. It's like a knockoff Minecraft, and it was like so
Aw.
bad. But the mechanics were easy though, so it was kind of like a children's Minecraft, you know.
Well, there's Castle Miner Z, Fortress Craft, all that crap. What was the one where it was like Xbox had actually like made it or whatever, where you use your avatars and stuff?
No
'Cause
idea.
that one
I don't
was
know.
that one was bad, dude. But
Dude, they're all bad. Minecraft is the only one that has, I don't know. I don't think anything is gonna top Minecraft until like Minecraft 2 happens someday, where the graphics are even crazier.
That won't happen because the most they'll do is they'll do Minecraft RTX. But
I think it'll happen. There's no way it's not going to. It's just that we won't see it for like 5-10 years at the earliest.
Actually, there is a Minecraft 2. There's Minecraft Dungeons, and it was hot garbage. It was literally like Diablo mixed with Minecraft, and it was pretty boring.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like the Minecraft engine overhauled completely.
So it doesn't look like pixely at all.
I mean, I feel like it would have to look pixely, but I mean, they could just make things look better and run better.
Yeah.
Or like
run better is the big thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I have seen a lot of people who like on TikTok, I've seen running Minecraft on a NASA PC, and they'll blow up like a bunch of TNT, and there'll be no lag.
Oh my god!
It's like, holy crap, bro!
Bro, I still think it's hilarious, like watching XQC, and like he's like mining, and all of a sudden his dog comes in and sets off the TNT, and he's like, "You stupid degenerate dog!" He's like, it just goes off.
Yeah, that reminds me. So that's what I want to talk about is XQC. So you know how he got banned?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah. He's not back on the private server. It's public now.
He's on the public server?
It's public. Yeah.
So it's not the whitelisted server.
No, it's public.
He made it seem like he was back on the regular, like
the title says no pixel public.
So we could just hop on.
That means so literally you need to have 5M. You need to create a forum account, and then you can hop on. The hard part is getting on at the same time.
What are you talking about? He's on all the time. You just sit in a queue for 2 hours.
Have you heard of this thing called? Yeah, the queue. It takes forever, bro.
You buy priority. There's priority levels. If you really want to go play and like interact with them, you just pay like $50.
Bro, I swear to God, there was some like 9-year-old kid playing with him at one point. Yeah. Like it's insane.
Really?
Yeah, and there's still some bugs with no pixel though. They went and raided this like I don't know if it was a gang or what, but they raided this meth lab, right? And the voice chat stopped working.
Oh my god!
So they're all right, breach, and then they go in and they're all, what do you guys think you're doing? What do you guys think you're doing? And then like no one says anything. They're still making the meth and stuff like that. So he just started shooting them, and then like and then like he's like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And then he checks to make sure his voice chat's still working, and he goes, "Dude, can you hear me?" And then he's like, "We gotta go." And they just like they carry one of their guys that died or whatever, and then they go back out, and they all start talking again. And he's like, "Could you guys hear me at all while we were in there?" And everyone's like, "No, like I was saying stuff, and no one was responding." So like legit, everyone's voice chat
out in the meth lab,
bro. Yeah,
wow.
dude.
But dude, like the meth lab was like underground. It wasn't like in that place where you normally go. They literally had it like in a bunker underground. It was so cool.
Yeah, no, it makes me want to hop on No Pixel.
Yeah, well, that old server, they added a drive-through to Burger Shot and a new hospital.
Wait, the one that which one?
The old one.
The one that I got banned on?
Yeah, but I don't know if you're perma banned.
I don't think I am.
Because we could technically go on there, but you need to make a whole new character. My current character is named Gus Bus, and he has a limp.
He just walks with a limp.
Yeah, he has like because you can change your walking style, so I changed it to one that Lester has, and so he limps, and I always make his face look weird, so it looks like he's like crazy or whatever.
I think I could be a cop on that server. I'm tempted.
You could try it.
Because like I've watched Summit just like driving around like pulling up to people, and he's like, "Hey man, feeling a little disrespect here, you know? I'm right behind you. You can see me, and you just ran 3 red lights." And the guy's just like, "Huh?" And he's just like, "The light's green," and just drives away. And he's like,
dude, I almost got robbed on accident on that server. I went to go sell some meat, and so there was this gang of like white people, like not people. The people weren't white; they were dressed in all white.
Mm-hmm.
You rephrase that, okay?
Sure.
And then there was the Bloods, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to sell meat and stuff like that, and of course it's like 10 o'clock, so I'm like role playing as a mute, and so I'm doing my thing. I'm like minding my own business, and someone's like, "Dude, are you okay?" Because I'm limping. And I'm all, yeah, like I got beat up or whatever. And they're like, oh, okay. And then I start walking away to go get more meat. And then I come back and the white dudes are getting ready to leave. So as soon as they leave, the Bloods, they're like, all right, you know what to do. And I assumed that they were going to rob me. So I start walking away. And of course, I was right. And then their leader goes, I didn't mean like rob them. I meant go get more of the supplies so we could sell it. Okay. So I was like, he didn't say to rob me, like, go mind your own business. Like, I'm just trying to sell some stuff here all by myself. And I was like, man, those guys were jerks. So I got my RV and I drove in at like 50 miles per hour and backed in. And I killed one of their guys and then drove off. Dude, some of the crap on there it gets sketchy, bro. It gets really sketchy.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say though. So what'd you say they added? They added a drive-through to Burger Shot, and then
there's a new hospital. They're adding stuff. They're definitely adding stuff. Like they've been doing more work onto it.
Yeah. My issue is the hospital wait time.
Oh.
Oh, you have to wait.
Sometimes it's like 5 minutes, dude.
Sometimes it's like 15.
You're just sitting
I've been in
there
hospital
waiting.
15 minutes before. It's if you get shot.
Yeah, if you get shot, you're basically in there for like ever, dude. It sucks.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that new server that we're on, you go in there and it's free and it takes like 5 seconds.
So like like when you die, it's not really that big a deal. You're just supposed to act like you don't remember what happened.
I found out how to crouch and go prone on that server as well.
Yeah, I know you can do that. I mean, it has all like the no pixel mechanics.
Go prone. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So like, but the thing is, it's glitchy. So like, there's times where I've sat in a chair, gotten up, and stuck under a chair, went prone. I just fell through the map. It's a good way to make an escape. It's cool because what happens? You teleport right back into where you were at before, but like a lower level.
Bye. Yeah. Just leave. Now, but I was gonna say. Valorant, I've gotten back into. Dead by Daylight's been fun, but Valorant, I'm actually climbing up the rank a little bit. I might actually hit silver before the season's over.
Cool.
When the season ends, do you have to get your rank again?
So you play like 2 or 3 matches, and then it gives you your placement. But like competitive, like you can go straight into competitive. It's literally just the first time you have to do those 10 matches. Because they just want to make sure you know what the hell you're doing before you get to competitive. Because imagine if you could just jump into competitive, like it would be a mess. People would complain. Yeah. People are on your team that literally have never played the game before. They don't even know how to they don't even know how to reload, you know, or buy buy stuff. They don't even know how to buy.
True.
I thought it was because it discourages Smurfs.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, because dude, seriously, like. Even when was it Dead by Daylight where we were having issues with like skill-based matchmaking?
Yeah, like if you have anybody who's above like new rank, it just shoves you into a freaking sweaty killer's lobby. So,
which by the way,
I did not have fun that last time we played. I died. I was the first one to die for like 3 matches in a row.
Yeah, it almost felt like you were being targeted, but I know you weren't. But it was like it made no sense. And then like sometimes the killers would just like let the last person go.
Yeah, I don't because they were farming. Yeah, they were like farming or something. But
David said it's a courtesy, and I was like, it's a courtesy, really? After playing like that for the entire match, and then you do that, like, what?
Dude, I mean, I went on Reddit because I was looking at the rank thing, and people said that it gets really bad when you get to the higher ranks because, as a killer, it's really bad because the people will escape or they'll have the door open. Or like they will purposely not do the latch generator, and you're like stuck in there for like 20 minutes while they just like flash their flashlight at you a million times for like 10 minutes.
I hate the flashlight.
It's a toxic ass game.
What does the flashlight do exactly other than just like light the way? It like stuns them or what?
It stuns. You don't use it for anything else but stunning them.
Yeah.
There's no other purpose.
I mean, I still like the toolbox. Because the toolbox is probably the most useful thing.
It's definitely
sabotage. You can use it to make generators.
Which the thing we got to start doing is when the killer grabs somebody, we need to run over and sabotage the hook he's going for.
Well, he can still hit when he's carrying somebody.
Yes, but he walks slower.
Yeah.
And sabotaging a hook literally takes like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
every two people run toolboxes, one person runs a first aid kit, and then somebody brings a key so we can find the hatch and get out after like 4 generators instead of one, instead of all 5.
Danny's becoming a sweat on DBD now.
I'm just trying to be strategic because the more we play it and the better we get at it, like we're gonna climb up the ranks faster, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
we're playing against killers that know what they're doing. So
That game gets scary sometimes, especially when you're playing against like a killer that like you've never played against before, like that Oni, like the samurai dude. That guy was freaking terrifying, man.
he would jump
'Cause
out, yeah.
and he would go like sicko mode and just start going after you, like with the red mist around him, and he would just scream and stuff. And you're like, what is happening, man? God, that game, it's fun, but I will admit it is very stressful. It really is. You know
Have
what
you guys
game?
played as killers yet? Or
I do all the time. I'll usually alternate. Like one day I'll play as a survivor for the whole stream, and then the next day I'll play as a killer.
I don't like
Okay.
playing as killer because I feel like it's a lot harder to go solo against an entire team,
It's
especially when
not.
they're all coordinated.
Not if you know what you're doing. It's funny,
But I
actually.
don't. Well, I would want to be like an annoying killer though, just because I feel like, that's like the only way to win at this point is by just being annoying. But baby guarding doesn't work unless like the survivors suck. Like I noticed that a lot. People
Yeah.
will baby guard people who are on hooks, and then just like all survivors finish generators, and that's it. That perk where you can see the killer when you finish generator though, that one's very good, very helpful.
Yeah, it is. What was I gonna talk about? Oh, I just watched Infinite, a Mark
Infinite,
Wahlberg straight to Paramount Plus movie.
yeah, wait, how was that?
It's a classic case of huge budget, bad plot, like generic plot, like very generic
Yeah.
movie. But it had some scenes where I was just like, nope, not possible, nope. Like he's like literally like standing on top of a plane as it's crashing. He totally would just fly off. Like it's just ridiculous.
Mark Wahlberg is doing it.
Now
Wow.
he used
And-
the no ragdoll glitch from GTA.
And there's the other thing is there's moments where like his acting is solid, but then all of a sudden there'll be like that like the happening where he's like, what? No, like that type of like there'll be some scenes like that.
Yeah. Well, he was like kind of trolling when he made the happening though, right?
No,
What?
no,
I don't know if
dude.
he was
No.
trolling, yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan just he like I don't know. Some people say that like something was
No,
it was right around the
I-
time that like his wife was having the kid, so he was just not fully.
No, I
Fully
thought that
focused on
Mark
the
Wahlberg.
script.
I thought Mark Wahlberg thought the script was like trash, and so he purposely like didn't act well because he thought the script was stupid. Like the what no part, because he was like, "What kind of line is that?" And
No,
so he
the,
just did it in
the-
the worst way possible.
the dialogue is literally just that clunky.
Hmm.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep? What? No. Like that.
Yeah, but you can deliver that line better. I feel like he did that on purpose. Because this is
What are you gonna be? You're gonna be like, what? No.
No, like you would stutter a little bit, maybe.
Well, what?
Because you're like, what the heck? Like,
No. Like,
See,
there's no way that doesn't sound
there's gotta
cheesy.
be a way, bro. There's got to. I mean, yeah.
I wanna
That
look up
movie
this game
sucked in
question.
general, though, dude.
Dude, it's literally just like,
It's like an hour and a half. People just killing themselves. That's all it is, dude.
you know the plot, right, Genie?
It's where like everything, like all the animals start dying, or all the plants start dying, or what was it exactly?
No, like the was it the bees that cause it?
No,
Was
it was
the
the
grass?
plants. It
The
was the
plants?
plants.
And like basically, it was like a defense mechanism on their part, and it was causing humans to kill themselves, which
Oh,
was stupid.
Yeah,
And
like
then
I remember there
there's
was the famous scene where like the guy just lays in front of the lawnmower as it like comes towards him.
Well, that one scene where there's like the hole in the roof of the car, and like the guy just looks at it, and he's like, "Oh crap!" And then like the car just crashes like 5 seconds later. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
movie was sad, dude. Like, in terms of how,
interesting concept, very poor execution.
Yeah, like it could have been good. That's it. It's sad that something with that much potential just didn't turn out.
That was like,
Yeah.
I mean, that was right after The Village, I think.
Which
You guys
wasn't
like
very
The
good
Village?
either, right?
I like The Village, but it's one of those frustrating endings where you're like, oh, so that's the twist. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you're just like, okay, so that's what the buildup was, you know. Sometimes
Well,
it just
what do
it's not as satisfying of a like Unbreakable to me is like the most simple yet, you know, like mind-blowing ending they've had besides like The Sixth Sense that he did. Because I mean, The Sixth Sense was a little more complex because you go back and watch and you could tell that, you know, like the whole time he was dead. You know, like when he goes to dinner with the wife and like she looks like she's ignoring him, like she's pissed, and then she says like happy anniversary when she gets up and walks away, but she's like depressed because he's dead. You know?
I need to rewatch that movie. 'Cause I
Dude,
totally forgot
it's
how
so
he
good.
dies.
It's so good. Donnie Wahlberg shoots him in his
The
underwear.
opening scene. He
Yeah.
dies in the opening scene. We just, you know.
The way they played it off was like, because I think they like at the end of the scene at the beginning, like you hear like an ambulance or something, so it makes you think that like, you know,
Yeah.
he survived. Because it literally goes from that to him like walking down the street and
Yeah.
like going into the church, meeting up with and obviously the next scene after that, he's interacting with some kid, so you think he's
yeah.
a real person. The kid doesn't know
Yeah.
he's real. Or the kid doesn't know he's not real
No, he's not real. Yeah.
because his injury is hidden.
That's
Whereas the
crazy.
other people that he talks to,
Right.
they got like the one chick had like a piece of metal sticking out of her head, or the one chick has vomit all
Yeah.
over her because she died literally just like because the stepmom was putting Drano in her soup.
Which
you know?
Or the
that's-
shotgun blast back
Oh,
of
yeah.
his head to the kid.
Come with me. I'll show
wild.
you my dad's gun. And he turns around, his
Yeah.
head's just blown
Yeah,
out. You're like,
yeah,
oh fuck, dude. Like if
It's
it's
a really classic moment.
like if I was that kid, I would just be like, like I just like poop my pants, dude. There's dead people walking around your house.
Yeah.
Well, so speaking of like, you know, movies and stuff like that. So the first episode of Loki, Genie, I know you didn't see it yet.
Yeah.
But Danny, what did you like it?
Oh yeah, I think this is the Marvel show we've been waiting for. Like a Marvel show that has some stakes to it, you know? Like this feels like it's leading to something.
Dude, my favorite part of that show so far is just the overall like theme, like the style.
Oh yeah.
Because like
I like Owen Wilson.
even Owen Wilson, I gotta say, he is a phenomenal actor. Weird dude.
I wouldn't say phenomenal, but he can act when he always like. I think this is one of the more serious roles we've seen. You know, like I think the other most serious thing I've seen him in is like Marley and Me. You know, because I mean that's literally about like
He's like
life.
he's like Nick Cage though, dude. Where he like if you give him a script, he'll do it. Doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna do it well.
I don't think it's like that. I think he's just
What?
he's more of a comedic actor, and even this has like a little bit of silly humor to it, but it's more serious. You know, like I feel like there's something deep going on with this character that we don't know yet.
I think his name is cool.
What's his name?
Mobius.
Mobius.
His name is Mobius M. Mobius, as in like the Mobius strip, which is that ribbon that like it's twisted around, but it goes like forever.
Genie, do you want
a
to
40
know
shape.
like the basic premise? So you should know like if you're gonna.
I'm familiar with like Loki. Yeah. What is the premise?
So the premise is you watched
Wait, did you
Endgame,
see-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Endgame. Yeah.
So Endgame, I made your window bigger to make you closer, and then you're leaning forward, so it's like cutting your head off.
Sorry.
So in Endgame, they have that scene where they go to get the Infinity Stones, right? And so they know all
Right.
these times where like they can intercept them and get them, and Loki
Yeah.
gets a hold of the Tesseract,
which is the
and then
space
he just
stone.
teleports. And so when he did that, he violated like he violated the timeline or something like that. So basically, like the time cops show up and they take him to.
time cops.
That's literally like what they are. I think they call themselves Minutemen.
yes, which
but, like,
is
they-
such a cool name, by the way.
No, it's way
Yeah.
cooler than it sounds though, Genie. The way they did it is very clever. Like They have
Okay.
like a crappy court system. It's like going to the DMV. You're like waiting.
And the style,
that's fun. That's
the
fun.
style that
Okay.
their city has, it's like 1960s, 1970s. So
Okay.
like it's like super retro. It looks so cool, dude. Looks so cool.
So
Yeah.
this is him, like, basically he's in jail, or like he's
You'll
don't-
have
or,
to
like-
watch.
I mean, yeah, you just gotta watch it. I
Yeah.
don't want to spoil anymore.
okay.
If
Okay.
you need to watch the trailer, go for it. But I feel like the trailer actually shows more than we got in episode 1. Episode 1, I felt like a lot happened, but like it didn't go anywhere yet, which makes me wonder. Like,
Well, I mean, we can't talk about that getting into spoilers for Genie and other people, but I get where the next episode's going.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what is coming out? The new Fast and Furious comes out in like 2 weeks.
The new Spider-Man.
That doesn't come out until like
Spider-Man.
that comes out in like December.
December, yeah.
Which one's coming out soon? Is it Black Widow that's coming out?
Yeah, Black Widow, and that's
Yeah.
been delayed like exactly a year. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that coming out in theaters or is it on Disney Plus?
I don't know if they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna just do that theaters. I don't see
I
them
think
putting
they're
that
gonna
one
do
on.
I think they're gonna
Might
do
be
both.
I don't know.
If they do both,
Because-
I'm definitely just gonna watch it at home.
They'll make way more money by doing it that way.
I
Uh,
disagree.
What do you mean?
If you take your family of 5 to the movies, it costs like $50. You know what I mean? 50
Yeah.
plus just for tickets. And the way they've been doing it on Disney Plus is you pay $30 so you can just watch it at home.
That's
gonna-
an interesting point.
that is,
that
50,
is very-
yeah, family.
Because
Yeah.
you could literally be like, hey, let's invite the uncle and the niece and nephew over to watch it too. Like everybody's coming over to just watch it on the TV because it's who doesn't want to just pay $30?
Oh, who was that
Yeah.
So everybody-
dude that we were talking about before that got super jacked and we were saying was probably on steroids?
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the guy from The Big Sick.
Yeah,
Not Aziz Ansari, the other guy,
But-
Kumail
yeah.
Nanjiani.
Yeah,
yeah, he's in Eternals.
yeah, that's
Right,
what he
yeah.
that's what he got in shape for.
Yeah, I didn't realize that's what he was. That makes so much more sense now. But
Oh
yeah, I was like, why are you guys praying out? And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But so we've got Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is I don't know how that's gonna tie into anything.
It's I mean
Eternals-
it's you got to think what they're doing right now is they literally are going to start teasing another major villain
yeah,
because it's like starting over. Like they hyped everything up for the Infinity War, and so now they basically have to do it again. And but like
Yeah,
they have to raise the
well, no-
stakes, or else it's like it's not going to live up.
Another Thanos, essentially.
Worse
yes.
than Thanos.
Right, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
all I'm saying is I just don't know how Shang-Chi is gonna actually tie in because the only thing that I've heard of with the Ten Rings is
It's
from Iron Man.
I feel like it has
That's
some
it.
stuff to do. Like it'll intersect with Doctor Strange and stuff. I think
Doctor Strange, I cannot wait.
that
That's
first
gonna be
one is
so
underrated
cool.
as hell, man. I think the first
Oh,
Ant-Man and Doctor Strange are underrated.
Doctor Strange,
That was trippy.
I think he's one of the coolest superheroes ever, though. 'Cause
I
He
just
does-
think his backstory is interesting because he's literally supposed to be the greatest surgeon in the world, and then he gets into a car accident and his hands are so shaky he can't do it anymore. So he just
well, he's basically Tony Stark, but instead of like having the biggest company in the world, he has like
more of a
the
dick
best-
though. He was a super dick at the
Well,
beginning.
but he also turned to freaking magic, dude, instead of technology, which is really like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, it's a different take on what he could have done. Like, if Tony Stark went to magic instead of technology, like that could have turned out way different. You know what I mean?
I
'Cause they're both
guess.
smart dudes. They both had a ton of money. And rather than Doctor Strange using his money to like enhance himself, he used to try and make it so that he could do the things that he was doing before. He was trying to fix his hands or whatever, and it never worked. And then he chose to do something else instead of using his money, and that fixed it. Like, what are my dogs doing? Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Here.
I don't know, but Doctor Strange, I think, is probably one of the coolest superheroes, dude.
Yeah,
He's,
no, it's a
Heavily underrated.
good one. I really liked the first Ant-Man. The second one was eh.
Well, that movie was pretty much only made so that they could explain where he was during.
Yeah, it was
Infinity
definitely
War.
like a filler movie almost.
Did they
'Cause-
explain how they're gonna do Black Panther 2?
I think they said they're gonna focus on one of the women in the movie or something. She's gonna like take the. She's gonna take. It's gonna be like a female Black Panther, basically. I think.
Because I do wonder, because obviously they have to do something with like the original Black Panther, right? I don't know if
That's
they're
so
gonna have
s-
a death scene or what, but
That's so sad that Chadwick Boseman's dead, man. He was just
What
really
I
getting
think is
into his
cra-
prime.
I don't know how he managed to do all of the roles he did while he had cancer.
I mean,
That's insane.
you just see him like get
do you
skinnier
mean?
and skinnier.
Oh, yeah.
But he I don't know, maybe he was just on some like to the moon edibles or something, man, because that's what a lot of cancer patients do when like they get told they're gonna die. They just that's all you can do is make yourself comfortable until the end, you know.
I mean, he had the money for it, but he was definitely like.
I mean, not when he was
okay.
acting, but I'm just saying like that's probably all he
Oh.
did.
When I watched it's Civil War where he first shows up, right?
Yeah.
When I first watched that, I was like, this Black Panther character is stupid. But then when the movie came out, I was like, oh wait, he's actually kind of cool. And like since then, I was like, okay, you know what? Like, from now on, I'm gonna try and recognize this actor. And then I saw him in what is it, 42, where he plays
Yeah, that was like his first major role, I think.
that movie. I was like,
Jackie
okay,
Robinson.
yeah, this guy's actually like just genuinely a good actor. So
Yeah.
he definitely deserves a lot of credit, especially considering
heard-
what he was going through at the time.
I heard that movie 21 Bridges was decent.
21 Bridges.
Yeah, that was like his final
That's
movie.
recent, isn't it?
I think it was his final movie, yeah.
No, this is 2019.
Oh, his final one was Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, the one that was like he was gonna get an Oscar for it. Like he was expected to get an Oscar, and then Anthony Hopkins got it. And Anthony Hopkins didn't even. So like what happened was at the end of the Oscars this past year, they switched because they usually play Best Picture last, but they did Best Actress and Best Actor last, and everyone was anticipating, since all the other side award shows Chadwick won, they were all anticipating for it to end on like an emotional moment, like honoring Chadwick Boseman. And so his widow is there in the crowd, like ready to give a speech, and then it's the final note, and they say, "Okay, it's the honors to Anthony Hopkins," and Anthony Hopkins didn't even show up because it's 3 a.m. England, like in Britain, and so it was like, "Oh, well," and he's not here. All right, that's the show, guys. I'll see you around.
That's so
What?
Bro, the Oscars
Yeah.
is such a joke, bro.
Yeah.
It's turning into such a joke.
It says his final role is actually going to be in one of the Disney Plus TV shows. It's
Oh.
What If.
Oh, what
He-
if they filmed that already? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, which
Interesting.
I'm curious about it. I have no idea what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, especially because I don't know which actors they're gonna bring back for it. Especially if they brought back Robert Downey Jr. to play Iron Man, I'd be like, holy
You know what?
crap,
I'm gonna be
'cause he's
honest.
done.
I think Robbie Downey Jr. is gonna coming back at some point.
Of course.
They talk about it on Joe Rogan.
I
and
know
he doesn't want to come back. He said he's like
he's-
the character should be done.
he doesn't want to, but I mean, I don't think he's made a movie. Like, I don't think he's made a movie or is working on any movies right now that sound promising. I mean, what is it?
Yeah.
Dr. Doolittle is the last thing he did.
Doolittle
They're working on
so
Sherlock
bad.
Holmes 3 might come out or something.
Yeah.
Dr. Doolittle, I felt bad because the reason why he went on Joe Rogan was he wanted to promote that movie. And then it was like he was talking about how like he felt like
Challenged
he
himself.
really and he's like I even like I tried to figure out how this character's gonna talk and how they're gonna dress and all this stuff like that. And one of the main criticisms I saw about the movie was they had no idea what he was saying half the time in that entire movie. I was like, oh man, I was like, that sucks, bro.
Dude.
He spent all this time trying to make this accent and no one understands what he's saying.
But I've been so like I said,
Embarrassing.
I've been moving through it really slow. Like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll read a little bit of this book. I've been reading Matthew McConaughey's book, Green Lights. And
Yeah.
so I don't know how much I talked about it before, but basically he goes through all the moments in his life that he think were like moments where if it had gone differently, his life would be completely different. So he'll be like, let me find an example. He decided to trade his truck in for a fancy car. I can't remember what kind of car it was, but he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna," he said in high school he got a lot of chicks. Like he was a very like popular guy, right? And he would go like off-roading with the chicks and stuff like that, and like friends. And one day he had saved up a little bit of money. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna get that car I keep seeing every day. And so he got this car, traded in his truck, and he was like, he got so obsessed with the car that it took away from everything else. Like he parked super far away so that nobody would like hit it and all this stuff. And he's always like polishing it. And the chicks just didn't care anymore. They started hanging out with the other guys that were taking their trucks out. And so he went and he traded the truck back in, but he'll just be like, green light. Like he realized, it wasn't about the car. Like it was just about fun, and like, the looks aren't everything. But like it gets way deeper than that. Like it'll be him talking about his kids or him talking about his dad and how he interacted with him and like the other kids in his family, and
Sure.
just stuff like that, and like the day his dad dies and stuff like that, But it's really cool because he talks about how he gets certain roles and stuff, like Dazed and Confused.
This topic kind of passed already, but it says Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa and Star-Lord for What If. Star-Lord?
What is What If about? Is that like
it's just like
alternate universe?
Yeah, alternate universe, like different. Like, what if this scenario had gone differently? Or
it says the series explores what would happen if major moments from the Marvel Cinematic Universe occurred differently.
Okay.
It also says Tony Stark will be in it.
It's interesting.
But why? How is he going to play Star-Lord? It doesn't Chris like what? I'm confused.
I like I said, they could literally do anything with that.
Yeah.
T'Challa goes to space.
It's funny though because the way that they did it, like there's really not very many of those characters that you could see anybody else playing. Like I can't see anybody except Paul Rudd playing Ant-Man.
Oh, dude, he was the best choice for that.
Dude, I love Paul Rudd, man. He seems like such an easygoing guy,
Yep.
Yeah, well, but even there's some. He was in some movie with I think Seth. Was it Seth Rogen?
Oh yeah, he was in Knocked Up with them. They were all living in a house, I think. Right? Was it Knocked Up?
No, it's 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's right. That's a good one too, man. That's a good one.
Because I saw a clip of it on TikTok. People were all like, just ragging on Seth Rogen for not being funny, but like it was some joke about being gay or something like that, right?
Oh, because they're sitting there playing like Mortal Kombat, and he's like, you know how I know you're gay? And he's like, what? He's like, because you listen to Coldplay or something, or like
he said something about shaving his butt or something like that. In this, because maybe it was like an outtake or something, but Paul Rudd handled that so like flawlessly. I was like, man, like he not only is he like funny like in improv, but he's just like a really good actor. I was like, good for him.
It's a lot of those movies are improv. I was meaning to listen to it, but I didn't. It was Michael Cera and Jonah Hill. I guess were on a podcast together, and they were talking about how Superbad changed their lives or something like that. Because that was like their breakout role.
I saw that podcast. Yeah, I
didn't listen to it yet, dude. Podcasts are it's gonna be like streaming where everybody does it, and like it's gonna be harder to stick out. It's
no.
Everybody's doing it. Like Merry and Pippin from Lord of the Rings just started their own podcast.
I saw that.
Oh God.
Like, bro,
man, dude. Well, it wasn't even about, dude. Are they just there talking about stuff, or is it like Lord of the Rings related?
I think it's both. Like they're gonna talk about like just stories about being on the set of Lord of the Rings. I'm sure they have a ton to talk about.
Especially because it took so long to film that movie or all. Yeah. They were in all
three.
The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Were they any of the Hobbit movies or?
I don't think so. No, the Hobbit barely had it. The only person that was in the Hobbit besides Gandalf, I think, was Legolas.
And he's an elf, so that doesn't really count. Because he doesn't age.
Speaking of Orlando Bloom, what the hell has that guy been doing? I haven't seen him in anything.
I haven't. Yeah, you know what? Let me look it up.
He was in that Amazon show that was like all hyped up and then horrible. That fantasy one.
Carnival Row?
Carnival Row, yeah.
Was it really that bad?
Yeah, that's the only thing he's done
I
recently.
heard it was really bad. Yeah, I
Ugh.
mean, I didn't watch it, but
Well, hold on. Here's how we'll tell what he's been doing.
and then he tries to carry it or something like that. It's like something about or there was a review I saw that was particularly aimed at Orlando Bloom. And
Wait, is he married to
poor
Katy
guy.
Perry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude,
California
Dude.
girls, it's undeniable.
they have a combined
For
net
sure.
worth of 370 million, and he only has 40 million of that.
Yeah, because literally the only like I mean, he did Lord of the Rings
Pirates of the Caribbean.
and Pirates of the Caribbean, but like he was never like the main focus. He's always like, I mean, he was pretty big in Pirates of the Caribbean, but like it's just I don't know. It was definitely I feel like it was more focused on Jack Sparrow and Keira Knightley more than him. You know?
Yeah. I was at this bar the other night and they had Pirates of the Caribbean 5 playing on the TV and I see yeah. like it was playing like TNT or something. And I see Orlando Bloom like with the you know, what's that? Like he's the son of Bootstrap Bill, right? But like, you know, it's the fifth one, so he's become like the new Davy Jones and he's got like the things
tentacles
growing all
and
over.
stuff.
Yeah, and I was like,
tentacles.
what happened to that guy? I forgot he existed. Anyway,
Been reduced to barnacles growing out of his face.
Barnacle boy.
Poor guy, yeah.
Dude, I just remember him as the guy in Black Hawk Down, where he's like, just ready to see some shit, sir, and then like he literally falls out of the helicopter, like right as the operation starts. He gets put on a stretcher like before literally anybody fires a shot, dude. I was like, bro. I mean, we shouldn't be laughing. That's a true story, but.
So you remember how I said Drake Bell got in trouble for something?
Yeah, he was texting underage girls, right?
Yeah.
In
Mexico.
Mexico.
That's what it was.
I saw a mugshot of him. It looked really weird.
Yeah. But that's the thing though, like imagine falling off that hard.
I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of these I guess you could call them like a teenage actor where they have like this big moment and then from then on like it's just I don't know, like it's got to be it's one thing to kind of purposely pursue a career like that and to just get lucky and get immediately thrown into like one of the biggest kids shows at the time, you know? Like it's just such a different It's like being somebody famous's kid and you're like expected to act almost, you know?
Yeah.
Like it could go one of two ways. You could either embrace it or you could not turn out to like it as much as you thought and have a hard time like dealing with that, you know?
Yeah.
I think he always wanted to be a musician. Oh, the new iCarly looks like it could be good if they do it right.
I'm just happy Spencer's back and he's allowed to say cuss words.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, how raunchy are they going to go with it, you know? Because, like, the whole idea is that they made a big brain move and, like, the people who liked this show back when it was big are, like, all people who can, like, drink and party now, so...
Yeah. Although, they got rid of...
what it's about.
They got rid of Gibby and
Sam.
But the reason
Sam refused to come back.
Yeah.
I got to look into it more, but Sam has been making TikToks basically alluding to, like, some inappropriate things going on, and so that's why she, like, refused to come back.
Well, okay, but that's because of Dan Schneider, isn't it? Because I think
there's lots of stories about that. Yeah, that
No
guy.
way.
Dan Schneider's a creep. Bro.
He was literally like he was like the Apparently, he was like the Nickelodeon Weinstein.
I know who you're talking.
Weinstein, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Supposedly.
My thing is though, is he producing this one or no?
No, Paramount literally.
No,
Paramount
he's canceled. I'm pretty sure.
So I for totally, it just went over my head the fact that Paramount has always owned Nickelodeon, and so Paramount is where all the Nickelodeon stuff is now. Like it's all Netflix.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Netflix knew that at some point they were going to have to rely on mostly original content. I just feel like it when you think about it, it's like literally how they started was like anything could end up on Netflix, and now it's like everybody's taking everything away. And so if Netflix, like literally, I could see Netflix going downhill after the last season of Stranger Things. Like if they don't do something to captivate people, because they're losing money, dude. Their whole business model is to outspend the other services. They have the most original content.
Maybe if they didn't make original content that sucked.
That's the thing. Is like everything gets canceled after like 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, and,
unless it's a huge hit.
Umbrella Academy, I think, is probably one of the best shows they have on there.
I would.
Dude,
Mindhunter was fantastic.
Mindhunter?
That is about how the FBI started to like profile serial killers so they could try and like stop them before they got their next victims.
Like Minority Report stuff.
And David Fincher made it, so it is the same guy who made Fight Club, Gone Girl, 7. Did he make 7?
I think it's 7.
Yeah, 7. You've never seen 7?
Yeah, I know 7.
No.
Bruh.
I also haven't seen Dogma, and Dad was telling me to watch that.
I've never seen Dogma either. Isn't Dogma a Kevin Smith movie?
I think so. He said something about Matt Damon playing Loki in that movie.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. But dude, what I was going to tell you, Chris, is you should watch the Saw movies. Dad would probably
No. I'm not watching those movies.
You got to watch at least the first 3.
Because it's gross, dude. People getting like fingernails pulled off and stuff like that. It's disgusting, bro.
Not until it starts to get like that towards like the 3rd movie, but after that it really just focuses on the gore. The first 3 have like a legit like crazy plot to it.
The first 3 are great. Yeah.
The first one barely has any gore. There's like barely any blood in the first one.
Watch the first one. If you could vibe with it, then like
I think if you dig the first one, you'll get hooked, because that's how it was for me.
I think gore is okay to a certain point. Like if I see somebody's head get blown apart, it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
right?
no,
but if I see like torture crap happening, I'm like, no thanks.
Watch the first one. At least watch the first one.
Yeah.
So I did tell you I found out that There Will Be Blood is on Netflix.
Did you watch it?
I watched some of it because it was really late at night. And I couldn't watch that movie for more than half an hour while I was tired.
It's definitely a dialogue. It's a dialogue-heavy movie.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
but the acting, bro. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Dude, okay.
I abandoned my child.
The guy that plays Eli or whatever.
I don't remember it that well. Like, I don't remember names. The kid who comes up to like he's like, oh, I have oil on my father's ranch land or whatever. I saw some post on Instagram about him, or maybe it was TikTok, about him getting a new role or something like that. And the first comment I see on there is, I drink your milkshake. I was like, oh dude. God, I understand that now. Genie, you've seen that movie, right? That's an Oscar movie. I feel like you'd seen that.
Yeah. There Will Be Blood a while back too. I don't remember much, but yeah.
So I mean, like it's literally just like the start of an oil tycoon, you know?
Yeah.
But like you see him just descend into madness because he gets so greedy. Like he literally starts off as like a poor guy, right? Like he's literally just like traveling.
It's rags to riches, I think, right?
Yeah, it's literally rags to riches. But like just Daniel Day-Lewis, man, how he just gets crazy, man. Like towards the end, he's in his mansion with the bowling alley, and he's like getting in the guy's face about the milkshake.
I literally
I drink it up.
I vividly remember the scene where like the thing where they're getting the oil out or whatever. It breaks and lands on one dude. But like, I don't know why. I understand it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a messed up scene. I thought it was funny.
Like the way that it happened.
Yeah, because this beam just breaks and everything just falls apart.
Have you guys? Did you guys watch Deepwater Horizon?
A long time ago, probably. Yeah.
That's the oil tanker one with the thing blows
Mark
up.
Wahlberg,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I know buddies who were involved with that when it happened.
Wow.
Like, because the Coast Guard responded to it. They did the court trial. They did everything. But yeah, that movie was pretty crazy. like just the
Yeah.
way it all worked and how the I think it's BP, the Coast Guard. Literally, when I was in, and when we because when we drive the government vehicles, we have to like keep them above half a tank. Like that was the rule, make sure it doesn't get below half a tank. And
Why is that?
they literally had it's just a rule so that people don't end up like running out of gas when they're going to the airport or something to pick up some, officer or something. They had put stickers in the cars that said "Don't fill up at BP gas stations" because the Coast Guard and BP hate each other because BP was responsible for that whole thing.
BP still gets a ton of crap though.
Yeah, because they're just it's greedy, man.
Yeah.
It's scummy.
Okay, so when I went to the dentist on Wednesday, it's interesting to hear people's perspectives, especially now that like people talk to me like I'm an adult.
Yeah.
One of the head dentists was basically like they're talking to me about how like solar and stuff like that, like they're not entirely sure how it's better and how electric cars are better or whatever, because they're like, oh well, what happens after that stuff has to be like thrown out, like that's a waste of resources. And I was like, yes, but one, I think they actually recycle the batteries, and two, it's still more efficient than a gas engine. Like,
not
you know what I mean?
I watched like a mini documentary about what happens to Prius batteries and how like it's worse on the environment. But Prius is literally the most popular, best-selling hybrid in the world, and they are hybrid, literally just burying these batteries that are like super bad for the environment, and it's worse than owning a gasoline car.
That's because literally like that company, I'm assuming
it's Toyota,
wasn't a rich. Yeah, they're more focused on gas cars, so like they're not really going to be putting as much money into it.
They're coming out
now. They are.
Everybody's coming out with hybrid versions or electric versions.
They're all coming out with electric versions mainly, but Tesla, which is the company that is still probably like the top.
I still think I think it's gonna be another 10 years before you see like the average family going, you know what, we're upgrading to a Tesla. Like it's just not feasible right now.
What do you mean?
Out here, there's no charging stations, and to have one install your house is like 10 grand.
For a Tesla charging thing.
Yeah. That's true.
God.
But still, that's not the point though. What I'm saying is out of like the electric cars, they're still at the top. And everyone's following that path, especially when electric cars are like super mainstream. You're going to see a lot more of those charging stations to begin with. There's still a transitionary period that we need to go through, but like we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. The thing is though, because Tesla, like they thought about it a certain way, or they were like, okay, we need to make sure we have all of our bases covered. They legit, like they said, we need to actually make sure we handle the battery situation as well, because if we don't, that's going to be even worse for us, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to make a closed loop where, if a car is done for, they take all the stuff they get from that car and put it into a new car, essentially.
I've watched videos where a guy literally documents his experience with the Tesla, and he does all kinds of crazy like across the country stuff for business. And so he literally put on like 150,000 miles on a Tesla in like 2 years or something. And so like he just documents how like the car has like how it's handled those miles, and it seems promising, but the longevity of the car is still like build quality wise, like I've seen so many things of people like pounding on a panel and it just pops out and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you gotta remember they're a new company.
But if you want to be the company that lasts, you can't be selling cars that are $80,000 that rattle.
Believe me, I agree. It's just that like that'll get better with time. I mean, I still think it sucks. Like the fact that there's times where panels aren't put in place properly, and sometimes the weatherproofing is like not 100% there. But
I personally wouldn't buy a Tesla because there's no proof showing that they'll last as anywhere near as long as a gasoline car yet.
Like I said, I mean, they're new, so you're not going to have that data yet.
I know, so I'll let other people be the guinea pig before I decide to pull the trigger, And then
Well,
by the
because
time you do pull
what-
the trigger, it's just going to be better.
Hold up.
You got nothing to lose.
That's fair.
What's he doing?
I think it's a dog. Is it okay?
Maybe. Dog might have been scratching her like my dad said something.
Oh.
Yeah, Dad's all yelling and stuff. Like, the heck?
Hey!
No, you want the gabagoo? So with Tesla, like the idea is eventually it's supposed to get to a point where like all of their stuff is closed loop. It's going to get cheaper as time goes on. It's just that
Mhm.
I mean, it'd be like Apple making iPhones and stuff like that, right? If they want to put the best stuff possible into an iPhone, they are going to have to, charge a high price for it because that's really good, high quality stuff. Especially if you're not, making as many of them, it's going to cost you more to make those, right? And so once you get enough funding, then you can start making stuff that's like still good quality, but it's not quite as top tier.
Yeah.
People also know your name though, so they'll buy your better stuff as well if you sell it. And so as time goes on, you just start making more and more tiers, especially in the
I've heard a lot of people criticize Elon Musk for promising things and then either they don't come out on time or they have to delay things. But like he promises stuff just to get the funding for it.
Yeah, and it's more of like doing bad things for a good cause kind of thing. But
Mhm.
like, I mean, he's literally the richest person on the planet, and so there's no excuse at that point. But he also is running like what 3 or 4 companies at the same time. So
yeah, but the Cybertruck, I think they said certain things were going to be included with certain levels, and now they're saying they're not, and so it's just like,
the Cybertruck. I don't know what's going on with that thing right now.
It's a gimmick.
I don't even
I think
know.
it's a complete gimmick.
I will say one thing, that plaid thing. Did you guys hear about that?
The only Tesla that I've been looking at that I'm like, dude, when that comes out, like, that's gonna be like the new Lambo is the Roadster. Not the new Lambo, but I mean, like, it's gonna be compared to that. Like, when you see one of those, you're like, oh, that's a Roadster. That thing literally goes 0 to 60 in like 1.9 seconds. Fastest car on the planet,
that's
or something.
That's the plaid version of the Model S, dude.
The
that
Roadster?
just came out.
Just a Roadster.
No, it's
it's the Model S. It just came out.
The Roadster is a 2-seater.
Like the pattern.
The Roadster is a 2-seater, Chris.
I know, but no, I'm saying, okay, literally Model S plaid 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not the Roadster.
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying the plaid already does that.
No, I'm talking about 1.9
100.
flat, like no 9.9. They were saying that it's gonna break.
Dude, what do you mean it's gonna break?
Break 1.9.
Yeah, but the idea is that the Plaid is still the fastest car out there right now. So all they're gonna do is break their own record.
So what? I'm talking about the Roadster, man. Like, that car is gonna be ridiculous.
Dude, okay, are we really having an argument about this, man? All I'm trying to say is Tesla's already gotten pretty far already, man. Like,
I'm talking about a 2-seater car that goes 1.9 seconds, 0 to 60, and has like a 500-mile range. That is the only Tesla I've heard that sounds like it has everything I want.
You want a 2-seater?
Yeah. Cruise on the weekends,
Tesla
baby.
Would be badass. That would be pretty badass.
It's so much lighter, all the kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get a 2-seater too. I'm gonna get a little smart car or something like.
Bro,
no, dude.
Why do you need 4 seats?
I'm saying, why do you only need 2 seats? What are you talking about?
It's a coupe.
It's like a couple car. You know what I mean? Or it's like a go have fun, go speed.
That's like the car you buy when the kids move out of the house.
Yeah.
Then why are you worried about it now, bro?
Because it's cool.
Bro, so is the Plaid. It's still cool. What are you talking about, dude? That thing literally, like, top speed is 200 miles per hour or something like that. And they're both. Let me see. So if I go to Tesla's site,
that's $131,000.
Yeah,
that's insane.
390-mile range.
Yeah, no, look at the Roadster, top speed 250 seconds, sub 1.9 seconds 0 to 60, 620-mile range. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, but that's
Screw
also
the
same
plaid,
car
bro.
that-
Miles?
That's the
Screw
same.
the plaid.
How much does it cost?
Wow.
How much does it cost?
Okay, look, hang on. 0 to 100 in 4.
500.
Dude, it literally goes 0 to 100 in like. so
How much
ridiculous.
does it cost, dude?
200 grand.
Yeah, exactly. It literally
200?
costs like double, dude.
It's not double.
You said 200?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
200 flat?
If you
$200.
get the founders edition, which is the first 1,000 reservations, it's 250 grand. But I mean, literally only the richest people in the world are getting that. It says to reserve one, it's 50 grand.
My guy, it's
10,000
250,000 is
Holy
literally
crap.
double what it costs for the Model S.
I don't care about this Model S, bro.
What is your problem, dude?
This car is literally like, dude, it's ridiculous, man.
I'm not saying
It's
the
a rocket
Roadster's not
ship.
cool. I'm just saying that, okay, yeah, by the way, the Roadster literally has rockets on the back because everybody needs that apparently.
No, it's a gimmick. I saw what they're talking about.
Then why
yeah.
are you, oh my
Wait,
dude?
it actually has rockets?
No, you can add on rockets for like an extra amount of
Yes.
money.
Oh, that is so cool.
They said they'll use it for a boost acceleration, or you can use it to brake faster.
Where do you hold on? Tesla Roadster.
Yo, I did
Dude,
not
but it
know
just
this.
it looks it literally you can it's a convertible. But it's not like a T-top. Instead of having, you know how like the T-top obviously has the T, that middle section of the T is not there.
I also
it's just open.
just want to say, keep in mind this is to reserve it. This
Mhm.
car isn't out yet.
So
You can buy the Plaid right now.
I don't care about this plaid. I don't want a plaid
Why not?
Yeah.
because it is not the coolest one, man. I'd rather have a Cybertruck than the plaid.
Yeah.
Well, that
I mean,
one's not out either, bro.
I told you guys I
No.
have a reservation on the Cybertruck, right?
Yeah.
But that's the no
Like,
offense, that doesn't mean anything.
The
No.
Wait. They changed it. Now it says it's the first supercar to set every performance record and still fit seating for 4. They added rear seats to it. It is a 4-person car, but it's like a Mustang where there's not. It's like a Mustang where there's, you're not gonna have a 6'2" grown ass man in the back and be comfortable. He's
Sure.
gonna hate it. His head's gonna be hitting the ceiling.
Yeah.
Dude, I still want one. I want
They
this more
could
than
make a
anything
coupe
else.
version. That'd be pretty badass. 2-seater version.
I don't know, bro. I feel like I wouldn't want to. I still don't want to buy a car for $250,000.
Model X plaid.
Model
No,
S is
Model-
what I'm worried about.
Is the Model X doing a plaid version too?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. What are you asking me for?
Steering wheel still looks so though.
Yeah, it's like
Range of
half a
520.
steering wheel.
The Model X has a plaid.
Plaid Plus is canceled. No need, as Plaid is just so good. Adding 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Quickest production car made of any kind has to be felt to be believed.
I don't know, bro. I feel like no matter what, though, like this car.
It looks the same though, right?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
the other
faster.
thing is like, yeah, I know, but like, I just feel like the Roadster's gonna stand out more, man. The look of it is a big thing too.
Dude, I'm just saying that the Plaid is like, it's still something to be. How do I say it? Appreciated.
It's nice. Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's a good,
Especially considering
nice
it's
luxury car.
it's a car that's
Okay,
not
so the
necessarily out of everyone's price range. Not
But why
necessarily.
settle for less?
Model X Plaid will change the acceleration from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, with a top speed of 163 miles per hour, with a range of 340 miles. So this is the more affordable version of the S.
What, the X?
Yeah,
That's like an SUV, right?
No, it's not, dude.
this picture, it looks literally the same except like
It's not.
a little
Dude.
different.
It's literally not the same car at all.
Model S,
Model S versus the Model X.
Model X. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. No, the one I was looking at is not that's the Model 3. Sorry.
Yeah, Model 3
No,
is
the
the
Model
cheap
X
one.
is the
Yeah.
beefier looking one.
Yeah, that's the SUV.
I mean,
the Model S
the
is
bottom line
just-
is if you get it in red, it's always gonna look cool.
You don't want a red
Yeah.
car.
Why
I
does
saw
everyone
a
say that,
Bumblebee
dude?
yellow one
They
today.
they
as I was
st-
driving.
they statistically get pulled over more,
Well,
and they
that?
and you statistically get into accidents more. Because for some reason, when you're going above a certain speed, people's
you go
eyes
invisible.
people's eyes don't pick up the color red as well, and so people don't react quick enough.
But red looks cooler.
Black on black, baby.
Black, yeah, that's like the.
I can't.
way
How
to
do
go,
you?
man.
You can't even change the color for the Roadster though.
I don't know. The
Like, there's
gray
no
looks
option to do
kind
it
of
yet.
sick too. But nah, dude, that Roadster, man.
They only have so many colors though, because the less colors they have, the less they have to worry about like, what do you call it?
What I will say though is that I think in our lifetime we're gonna see them phase out gasoline cars.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
That,
probably
dude, that's
go
like saying the
fully
sky
automated.
is blue.
Not necessarily. I mean, they say that things are gonna happen and they're like 100 years off. But I do think that it seems
We're
more
talking
and more
about getting
likely
rid
with-
of gas cars, not freaking
No,
cold fusion.
not getting rid of them. You just won't. They won't be able to manufacture them anymore. So you're gonna start to see
No.
dealerships literally just sell electric cars and hybrids or whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think that's super far out of our reach. That's, I mean, it's kind of, dude.
The only
didn't they
countries that
literally
have talked, there's countries that are super small, but they're still not even talking about phasing it out to like 2030. So for the U.S. to do that, I think it's like another 50 years or something, man.
didn't right? At least California said something about it, but California is also California, so
California is
They have a
also
law, yeah.
bankrupt state.
By 2023, you can't do a gas powered, or you can't purchase or manufacture or something like that.
So people are
know,
just gonna
but-
go over to a different state.
Yeah, yeah. Until the other states do it. What's really wild is Oregon decriminalizing all the drugs.
I didn't
And-
I didn't look more into that.
Yeah, like
But-
everything carte blanche is decriminalized out there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then California just decriminalized shrooms and LSD out here. So
yeah. But I mean, of all things to decriminalize, like that kind of that makes sense, I guess, because it's like as long as you're not,
Yeah.
you know, wandering off a bridge because it looks like a, you know,
I
a
mean,
diving board for a
San
pool.
Francisco literally had centers where the homeless people could safely go get high.
Was it methadone, something like that?
No, it wasn't. It's literally like you can go do the drugs there, but there's like somebody who's watching everybody. Like they're like if they're gonna do it, they might as well do it safely, you know. Which I think is
Method.
it is. I guess it is better, but I mean
Interesting.
you're not fixing the problem. You're just enabling them. I feel like that would cause people to be more inclined to try it because you'd be like, hey, I could just go to one of these centers and try out heroin. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah,
I think there's only so much you can do though. I mean, especially nowadays where like I feel like how do I put it? Like drugs are so commonly used, it's kind of hard to like not ever get addicted to something.
that's fair.
I mean, I'm not gonna
I mean,
go
it
try
really just
meth.
takes.
Well, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that like
I think that, like I
everybody's gonna
said,
get addicted.
I think the problem is pain, opioids, like pain pills and stuff like that. And I mean, dude, caffeine. I think caffeine needs to. People need be more educated on caffeine. Like they need
Yeah.
to educate about it in schools and like health class.
Did you see? I think maybe it wasn't recent, but on PKA there was a clip where they were talking about some story where some chick from TikTok
She's
she
like,
got hospitalized because she dry scooped pre-workout.
Hospitalized?
mhm.
Yeah, like she had a heart attack or something. Like,
Oh no.
Bro, I've literally seen TikToks where they're doing a challenge where like they do like 10 scoops of something like that.
which is stupid.
I know people who are like, they're like, oh, I'm grounded, so it doesn't matter. Because in the military, to be able to fly, there's a certain amount. I can't think it was like no more than 300 milligrams a day or something. Might be less than that. But like I knew people who were drinking like 3 bangs a day, which is like 900 milligrams. Dude,
Oh,
my
man.
like I got to a point where I was drinking like 400 milligrams a day, and then I cut cold turkey because like it literally was just I was not getting the benefits of it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And it was so rough, man. Just headaches, always tired for like 3 or 4 days, and then all of a sudden, it stopped, and then I had a cup of coffee again after like I think a month, and it was crazy, man. I like it was like freaking drinking rocket fuel. Like 1 cup of coffee was crazy. But the one thing I will say is, dude, my sleep got so much better. Like if you stop drinking caffeine because it has a half-life, like it just you sleep better, more restful, fall asleep easier, you dream more, stuff like that.
Dream more. Do you guys feel like your dreams go away when you're like the more caffeine?
I don't dream as much, man. I definitely don't dream as much as I have sometimes, you know.
Wow.
There's you know, more plates, more dates, Chris.
Yeah.
I've started taking his Gorilla Mind AM and PM fat burner stuff because it's like all stuff that it helps. It's not people look at people look at fat burners and stuff like that and they think it's like some magical pill, but this is like, oh, it just helps promote like fat burning when you're fasted, you know, and like when you do cardio. But
what you know they used to like legit prescribe amphetamines so that people would lose weight. Those were the original diet pills.
dude, Adderall apparently is crazy for like suppressing your hunger. Like people just won't eat for days.
Well, it not only does it suppress
Really?
your hunger, but it also increases your heart rate, so you burn calories faster because you're producing more heat.
What else was I gonna say about it?
Genie's like, what the
No,
heck,
but
bro?
more plates, more dates. He
I'm
has
gonna
this.
try that.
Yeah,
Everyone's been talking about Adderall. I've been meeting a lot like recently. Like I've been
Dude.
hearing Adderall. Right.
way more people take it than we think, man. I'm telling you right now, like way more people are taking Adderall than people think. Way more.
Do you think it's? I've never taken it before, but
I want
have
to
you?
try
Like,
it, man, because I know if I basically it just
Same.
makes you way more productive. You know,
Yeah.
like you just
That's all I
focus in and
want.
gets. My issue is, I mean, it like you can't sleep. It's like taking caffeine pills, but with more of a. It definitely has more stuff going on there than just energy. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely
Sure.
doing something to your brain where you like hyper focus on stuff. You know, because that's the whole point of the thing is that people who can't focus, it'll make them focus. Like it calms them down, all that stuff. So,
well, I don't know, because I feel like no drug is ever like 100% like just benefits. I feel like there's definitely issues with it.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I will say is
I'm sure
amphetamines have a very weird history.
I got to do more research.
Well, because you know where like methamphetamine got its start, right? They put it in
Bad,
chocolate
right?
bars. What?
That was a bad joke. Never mind.
It's
What do
a
you say?
Breaking Bad joke. No, don't worry
I
about
said
it.
like methamphetamine came from Breaking Bad, right? Like that's they made it up.
But
Never-
they used to put it in chocolate bars for Nazis, so that they
Oh,
would
yeah.
fight better.
I heard they
Oh.
Yeah.
what's it called? They used to give or damn it, what did they give? They give something to fighter pilots because they fly for like, you know,
it
ridiculous
was
amounts of time.
it was just more methamphetamine. That's all. That's all it was, dude.
I want to say I want to say they gave him Adderall, man.
No, that doesn't make any sense to me because I feel like Adderall, if anything, should be a less potent version of methamphetamine, right?
Yes, but Adderall is considered like a useful drug, whereas methamphetamine is not. It's considered just a recreational drug that gets abused.
It wasn't.
Yep. No, it says they used Adderall for pilots, and then they gave it to some troops during Desert Storm and Desert Shield.
Oh, I was talking about the Nazis, though, dude.
You're talking about meth chocolate bars. That has nothing to do with Adderall.
Well, it was like I saw a picture of it. It was let me see if I can find it.
They call them, dude. They call them Go pills.
Nazi meth chocolate bar. Go to images. Ooh, shopping.
Adderall and Dexetrin.
Your search Nazi meth chocolate bar did not match any shopping results. Feels bad.
Bro. But yeah, no, that's crazy, man.
It was Panzer Chocolate is what it was called.
Let me see. What are the negative health side effects? Negative health side effects of Adderall.
Ugh. Dude, I found this picture of like a little capsule for the meth, right? And it's like this crusty pill bottle that says Pervitin on it.
Okay, so this is what it says. It says some common short-term side effects of Adderall are appetite loss, digestive problems including nausea and constipation, restlessness, heart palpitations or rapid heartbeat, dry mouth, mood changes including anxiety, agitation, irritability, head pain, sleep issues. So it's a lot of the stuff that I talked about. And then it says, in addition, these are certain side effects can arise with abuse, including stroke, hypertension, dizziness, headaches, constipation, mood swings, abdominal pain, and depression.
Yeah, but caffeine does the
Insomnia
same
is a big
thing,
one.
dude.
You can overdose on it, obviously.
Dude,
Seizures,
I'll even say it right now.
panic attacks, psychosis.
There's
mood
times where I'll
swings.
shut up. We get it.
So it's definitely not something you want to abuse. It's like something
Okay.
Yeah.
Caffeine does the same thing, dude.
Yes, but caffeine, you know how much caffeine you have to take to start experiencing that stuff?
I mean, I'll say right now, there's times where I have like 150 milligrams of caffeine from like one scoop of G Fuel, and like maybe like 8 hours later, as you start coming down from it, you get like that feeling of anxiety. For me, at least, that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, caffeine, everything affects everybody different ways, you know?
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like those symptoms,
I don't know.
that's just what comes with it, man. Because you get all jittery. So
I'm thinking about the editing that I could get done
this dude,
if I did Adderall.
That's what I think about too,
Dude.
man. That's all I want it for.
Dude, ever since I watched that BTS Arcade Training X videos, I gotta go, man. I gotta go, man. The BTS symbol, it's like the bottom of the heart or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, by the way, Genie, that because I watched it again because I went to go look at your TikTok to see what else you had posted. That video about the SPR cracked me up, dude.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Thanks.
Was that the one you sent in the chat, or was that a different one?
That was the Cindy one. That was the think about Cindy. I wasn't that confident in that one.
This kid got me in Valorant yesterday, like bad. He was like, you guys know that you know that Kentucky's the only state that starts with a K?" And I was like, "Bro, no." And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, "Kansas, bro. You forgot about Kansas." And he's like, "Kansas dick fit in your mouth?" And I was like, "Oh, bro, you got me."
That's real good.
I was like,
Wow.
"Damn it, bro. I didn't see it coming."
You should take that. And you
I
should
know.
use it in TikTok, honestly.
Yeah.
well, you
That's
have to say
really good.
Dorito to make it family friendly or whatever. That's what we used to
Cans
do.
this Dorito fit in your mouth? Cans these nuts
that's
fit in your mouth? That's funny.
Yeah.
I should
Cans
I know
these-
I should just walk up to my wife and be like, "Hey babe." She's like, "What?" "You know that the only state in the US that starts with a K is Kentucky?" And she's like, "No." "Kansas." And then I'll say it. It's gonna cut off though. You know what I mean? Like it'll cut off as
Dude, by the way, that video of you showing little man the haircut, bro.
Yeah.
That
Which
was
one?
haircut's
The
badass,
Jarhead
dude.
one?
I was
yes, dude. That
Wait,
was
what?
perfect.
what's the Jarhead one?
Oh,
That's-
you didn't see that one?
No, which one is that?
I did one today
Oh,
where
no.
because I got my hair cut. The sides got cut.
Oh, wait, yeah. I thought I noticed. Okay, I haven't been on TikTok today. I don't think so. Like, just let me check this.
He's gonna watch it right now.
Yeah, no. I'm
Play
really
it
curious now.
directly into the
Oh, you
mic.
changed your profile picture.
Just
Oh.
for those.
Yeah.
Danny should get a fade showing little man my new haircut. Which one is it?
It's the newest one. Well, you can watch there's the last two. You can watch those, I guess, because they kind of like go together.
Okay. They said you need a haircut. What? Like your haircut? Yeah, Dad. Like your haircut. Hey, Ellie. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Dad, Jared. Dude, the profile picture, it's perfect, bro. It's
Why
perfect.
don't you like it?
Sure.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. So, I'm still waiting for a response from TikTok about monetization.
I don't think they're gonna respond, man.
Oh.
I don't think they are either. And so I might have to make a TikTok literally saying, hey, I'll be going bald by June 31st because the 30th is the last day that I am being monetized.
Yeah, but
Which sucks, but at least I give people an exact date.
I'm just
I want to go bald.
I'm just happy. Like, I literally messaged them. I said, "Hey, my TikTok live has been suspended. I've been waiting for age verification to go through for a week now." And then they've responded to my wife and they fixed my suspension.
I mean, okay, explain to me how I tell them these are the 3 things that I have a problem with, and they fix one. Then I tell them, hey, you still haven't fixed the other 2 things. They fix another thing, and then the first thing happens again.
Because
And
the
so,
bug.
Yeah, but they didn't even like they couldn't have done them all at once and then been like, all right, let us know if you need anything else. They just fixed them one at a time and had me email them every single time. So you guys
literally
couldn't just
you
read it?
literally have to annoy them.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I've tried.
But
How
then
did you end up getting a hold of them, Danny?
my wife and I have been messaging them like every day. And then finally they responded to my wife and said that they apologized that it's because there's a bug and they're working on it, but they're trying to be thorough about it because they don't want it to happen again because it's obviously it's messing with the platform big time,
Mhm.
So really quick, I want to have a small debate. Okay.
Okay.
And I brought this up in Genie's stream. All right.
Okay.
Speaking of chocolate bars.
Wait. Oh yes.
All right, lay it
Okay.
on me.
So if you went into like a room with your buddy or whatever, right? And he goes, all right, here's these 2 things. One of them is a thing that looks like a chocolate bar, tastes like a chocolate bar, but is poop. All right. And then there's this thing that looks like a turd, tastes like a turd, but is chocolate. Which one do you eat?
I mean, if I go with okay. So you're saying in theory I have to eat one. Like I am forced at gunpoint to eat one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just me thinking outside the box. Okay, so one is poop, one is chocolate, right?
Yes.
If I go into a room and I'm forced to make a decision and I know it's a test, right? Like obviously it's a test, obviously. Like you have to choose one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You got to think outside the box, so of course you're going to reach for the one that looks like the turd. Like that's the one that you're going to think that that's the whole point.
But it's gonna taste like poop.
So it tastes like poop, but it's chocolate?
No, okay, yeah. So it's chocolate, so there's no adverse health effects, but it tastes like poop.
Bro. I think I'd let them shoot me. Like I don't.
No, you gotta choose, bro.
I'm not choosing, man.
Genie, you gave your answer, but if you'd like to explain again, go for it.
I think I said.
Do you know that it's chocolate?
I really can't. I can't confirm
Literally,
it. It's like
they tell you this one is chocolate, but it looks and tastes like poop. So the entire time while you're eating that chocolate, you're like, "This looks like poop. This looks like poop." Your brain is thinking it's poop,
and it tastes like it.
poop.
I don't know what poop tastes like, so
not good. I'm sure.
I assume it's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of poop are we talking about? Are we talking about like a solid log?
Like a turd, just a turd. Yes. and then the other one that's like a Hershey's chocolate bar.
I think what I do is I pull Indiana Jones.
Did you
And-
switch them?
Yeah, I poop in my hand and I switch them, and then I don't know. dude.
That's
It's a
not gonna work,
Poop
man.
in my hand.
It's so stupid.
Pops a squat
this is
right there.
stupid, bro. Why did you even think about this?
Well, then I had another question that I thought was pretty good too. So,
What?
Oh man.
so
Oh, man.
the Mountain
Oh, man.
Dew one. So, okay, it's a. You've got
Oh
two
my
glasses, right? One looks like pee, but tastes like Mountain Dew, and
I'm doing okay. I'll tell you. I'm doing the one that tastes like Mountain Dew.
because I mean the thing is
That's
with
what I was
pee,
saying. Yeah.
the stakes aren't as hard or as high.
I mean, even though pee is apparently really bad, like I've even seen some things where they've debunked the idea that you're supposed to drink your pee when you don't have access to water, because apparently it's really bad for your kidneys when you're dehydrated, because your kidney just filtered out everything. So
And
drinking your
in this
pee when
case-
you're in that state is almost
In
going
this
to kill you
case,
faster.
You're
That's
not
fair.
dehydrated. You're completely healthy. In both
Yeah,
cases,
exactly.
you're completely healthy. Okay, it's just that in this scenario,
I'm
it's
eating
like
the
out of
chocolate
nowhere.
and I'm drinking the pee.
You're eating the chocolate that tastes
It
like
tastes
poop.
like poop. Because
What are the
poop can
adverse
get
health effects of eating poop? Of
E.
eating your own poop?
coli.
Eating your own poop?
E. coli, yeah.
Your own poop has E. coli.
No, not it's your own poop.
It's your own poop. Yeah.
Oh,
Does that
gosh.
change things?
How did they get my poop?
I don't know, man. You're the one talking about having a turd in your hand. So I don't know, bro. You tell me.
It would really
Bro.
depend on the kind of poop. The more I'm thinking about it,
It's a.
like you
it's
said,
a
it looks like a chocolate
it,
bar,
it
right?
looks like a chocolate bar, so it had to be malleable enough for them to form it into the shape of a chocolate bar. But
Bro, have you seen those memes of the Indiana Jones memes where it's like him swapping it and then the giant boulder chasing him? And it's like
Yeah.
my rent, and then it's like a 3080 Ti, and then it shows the boulder coming towards him, and it says rent is the boulder, and it's me, my 3080 Ti. He's running.
Yeah.
dude, that reminds me. So Newegg Shuffle sucks still, dude.
Oh my
legit
gosh, you're
tried
still
to,
on that, dude.
dude. I try. It's the only way I get a graphics card right now. That's it.
I'm starting
Only
to think
way.
I don't want one. Because now I'm seeing
What-
people are like, you're paying an extra $500 for a 3% performance increase. Is it really worth it?
I don't
From
want a
3080?
3080 Ti. I want a 3080.
So you want me to get the 3080 Ti so I can give you the 3080.
That was the original plan.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, that's up to you. At the end of the day, I just want a 3080.
we need to get our hands on a 3080 Ti first. Because I don't see it happening anytime soon.
It's literally a 3090. But
Yes,
for
but
like,
a 3090 costs like 250 or 300 more.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's
So
literally a
it's
3090.
definitely, it's definitely worth it when you compare the
Yeah.
3090 and the 3080 Ti, but the 3080 to the it just
I
doesn't.
want a 3080. That's what I want. Maybe then I wouldn't. My
yeah.
my PC won't crash when I play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah,
you
it's
seen
not
that
cool.
lately? Yeah, my freaking PC keeps blue screening whenever I play. Apparently, it was something where like you had to have your frame rate lower than 144 or something like that, or your refresh rate. But I'm like, that's such a stupid issue if that's the case.
Oh yeah. That is.
I don't know. What are your temps like on your 1080 Ti, Yanni?
What am I? What?
Your temps.
My temps? So the graphics card that I have, right? The SE.
It's the EVGA one, yeah.
It's the one that has 9 thermal sensors on it instead of like 3 or something like that. And so
Right.
what the problem with that is people always give me crap. They're like, dude, your graphics card is burning up. And I'm like, no, it's taking the temperature of the hottest part of the card, which normally doesn't have a thermal sensor on it. So you're seeing literally the hottest part of the card that doesn't matter is displaying. So it sits around like 85, but it's not really at 85. Like that, it's not the average. It's literally taking the
Ah.
hottest point.
Well, to be fair, I do also I usually have my fan cranked up to 100.
Or no, it might be taking the average, but because there's more thermal sensors, it reads higher. I think that might be what it is.
Dude.
It's
What
kind of
is-
stupid.
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on that chocolate thing.
Oh my
I
god!
think I would just eat. I think I would eat the poop. I
I'd
Oh!
probably eat the poop, dude, because it
I
tastes
guess,
like chocolate and it looks like chocolate.
But yeah,
In
I
the
guess if it's
moment,
my
yeah, it's like I can't.
okay, you need to
You
look it
would-
up and
you-
make
it-
sure. You need to look up and make sure that if you eat your own poop, you can't get sick.
All right,
Like you,
okay. You know what, FBI? If you see this, it's for research purposes only. I'm not gonna eat my own poop. Okay. So,
bro, have you
if
have you guys seen all the Hank memes that are going around for Breaking Bad?
Yes,
Bro,
yes.
he is just not just
saving sauce lately.
not that
Or
one.
which one?
I'm
Oh.
seeing the ones where it's like when you find out that the Wi-Fi company has a record of your search history, and it's like him like sweating, having a panic attack.
Wait, it says according to the Illinois Poison Center, eating poop is minimally toxic.
Your own
Yeah,
poop or just poop?
It just says eating poop. Eating poop is minimally toxic. Can you eat your own poop if you cook it?
Oh,
In
you
theory, yes.
can't-
Experts say, but the meat must be cooked, which will kill any noxious
meat?
pathogens before you. In the food safety world, we say don't eat poop.
Yeah, we have determined it is not a good idea to eat your own poop. They just show the guy the footage. Oh, he's just throwing up like, just throwing up.
This guy with the clipboard just puts a
Yeah,
check mark.
the guy with the clipboard. Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah. Oh, Genie, do you watch Joe Rogan at all?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Did you see episode 1666?
They dressed up as cult members, and Joe Rogan's wearing
yeah.
a wig.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Dude, everybody
that
was like,
recent?
everybody in the YouTube comments though, because I watched the highlight and then I went and started the episode. Everybody in the
Yeah.
comments were like triggered that he was sitting on the other side of the table. Because like he
What?
always sits on the other side, and he was sitting
Dude,
on the opposite.
all the comments that I saw were people saying, all right, this is the reason I'm going to Spotify to watch this episode. So I was like, people actually like they thought this episode was good, but dude, the intro, I loved how they did that whole episode. 'Cause
They
What?
always do every time Duncan Trussell's on. They do the
yeah, that episode was very special, and they talked about a lot of stuff's going on with China right now. Dude, I'm getting scared.
about China.
About
Yeah, dude.
Dude, China is gonna invade Taiwan.
Well, did you see the stuff with John Cena?
No, I saw that John
Oh,
Cena
yeah.
apologized, but I have no idea what for.
He all he said was the country of Taiwan, and they got mad at him for it, and they forced him to apologize.
Oh, because they're saying it's not a country, right?
yeah,
Yeah, because China wants to take over Taiwan, but the U.S. gets a lot of their stuff from Taiwan. So China has been literally Taiwan has an airspace, like they call it like their airspace, and it's like this box, right? And China keeps flying through this one corner of it like every day, and then the U.S. has had battleships like posted up like right here.
I
So
don't like
it's-
that.
I don't like
That's
it either,
Cold
but
War
it's
II.
been like that for a couple weeks or months or something like that.
Oh man.
But they said that if China invades Taiwan, that could be the first domino.
Well, China, if you guys win, I would like a job. Thank you.
They
That's
don't
my
want.
application. Hey
Yeah.
man, I make laser guns. Shut up.
They're gonna use you for the poop experiments.
If they pay me $1 million, I'm down.
Not if you die of E. coli.
Well, what if the experiment? Okay, the experiment is not going to be me just eating poop. It's going to be
That's
them
what
trying to figure out how to cure that.
they're
Do you
trying
think
to
the
cure E.
Chinese are
coli.
that stupid? What do you bigot?
No, I didn't say anything like that. It was a joke about the poop from earlier. Why are you getting so hostile?
No, I'm joking, dude. Chill.
Dude,
I'm not
Didn't seem like
actually
you were.
calling you a bigot.
called me a
I'm
bigot.
not. Yeah, I'm not actually calling you a bigot though.
Dude, oh, hey, so I was gonna say though
Jeez,
earlier,
like, what's
I
happening,
thought
dude?
about something. So watch the first Saw after you watch There Will Be Blood.
No,
Dude, the first Saw is
I
not
don't
what
want
it's.
to saw, dude.
You have, dude. It's literally what started James Wan's career.
Who the heck is James Wan?
The guy who made the Conjuring movies, Insidious,
yeah,
Aquaman.
Fast and Furious 7 with
Yep.
the sad, Paul Walker
Aquaman.
tribute. He did that. The guy who made Saw
He's
has
talented.
a heart.
He made Aquaman.
dude, you have to respect you.
We go.
You really do need to respect the first Saw movie though. Like the other ones, I don't care if you watch them. The first one is worth a watch.
I don't
Yeah.
know, dude. I don't know, man.
I'm telling
It's
you,
not
like
that
watch
bad.
it and we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. First one is not bad. Second one,
That's
takes things
where
up a
that's
notch.
yeah, gore wise, yeah,
Yeah.
and trap wise, and then it just turns into, which is why Spiral. A lot of people are like, there wasn't as many traps in this one. There was only like 3 traps.
I don't want any traps.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like the first Saw, right? Like the famous trap is like the reverse bear trap that's in Dead by Daylight. But there's other traps where it's like the guy has a
All I know is there's
They're
one
simpler.
where someone's wrists get slit, and that's disgusting. I don't
no,
wanna see
that's
that.
like Saw 6 or something, bro.
The wrists. Which one is that one?
The one where the guy, you know what? I don't know if it's the one where the guy has like he has like knives in front of him, and he has to push his face into the knives to get them to go to the certain level to where he gets out of the trap. But Amanda screwed him, because the one chick takes over the traps. She made it so that there was no way to win, and that's why.
Oh,
She
that is
gets
6.
killed.
Yeah, that's when she
Yeah.
gets crazy. Yeah, maybe 7.
I don't know, man. I don't remember.
I don't
But
know.
anyways, like, but like the first Saw, it has traps like you're stuck in a room. There is there's a safe in the middle of the room, and all over the walls is combinations, and all you have is a candle, but you're covered in flammable like grease, and so
human combustion, spontaneous combustion. Hello?
it's like stuff like
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
So like you have to be very careful using the candle, you know, and trying to. There's like like literally like a couple hundred combinations, and you know you gotta. Once the candle runs out, it's too dark to see them. So you like
I feel like that's not true, because your eyes adjust.
not in a pitch black room. There's no light.
Yeah.
There has to be a light source. Or there's like another one where like the guy has to crawl through barbed wire.
Laser wire. Yeah.
Yeah, barbed wire. He has 3 minutes or something like that, or no, I think he has longer than that. He has a decent amount of time, and if he doesn't get out in time, the door is gonna shut, and he's like gonna die of like dehydration and all that stuff. And he panics and just cuts himself up to the point where he bleeds out.
The thing
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. The thing about Saw 1 though is like with those traps, it's not like dramatizing them and like, what's gonna happen,
It doesn't
focus. Like reflecting on it.
It's more like this guy's crazy, he's a serial killer, whereas the other ones are like, oh my god, it's Jigsaw. We know it's Jigsaw because this trap literally you have to like cut your nuts off, or like it's ridiculous, dude. It just turns it. No, you don't think no, but it'll literally be like it gets to the point where literally it's a fat guy and this chick, and they have to put a certain amount of flesh to escape the trap. And so the fat guy's like trying to cut his fat off, and the chick looks at him and is like, I'm screwed, and just cuts her arm off because she knows that there's no way she's gonna win because this dude has so much fat to just cut off. Like it's stuff like that.
What
That's later on.
Bro,
you're the one who's sitting here
right?
talking about eating poop and chocolate bars.
Yes, because dude, I'm sorry. If you eat a turd, okay, you don't lose a limb from that. Okay.
No, but I'm
sorry.
just saying, like, I have a feeling that Chris is he's a Jigsaw in the making over here. That's how it starts.
What are you talking about, dude?
Liver gets sick. Make your choice. The chocolate bar or the poop.
That's a good point. Actually, he was saying shit. Jigsaw was saying about the shit.
Yeah.
It starts with the poop and the pee, and then it goes to limbs.
Then it goes to limbs. No, but dude, like, so there's that created like a whole genre though, because there's Saw, there's I think I've never seen it, but I'm tempted to watch them. It's called The Cube. Right? Have you heard of that?
I think so. Yeah.
There's two of them, right?
I think there's 4 of them. There's the Circle. Have you seen that one? I've seen bits and pieces of it. That's
Netflix, right?
I think so. The Circle is the one where they're in you find out they're in a spaceship, like they got abducted by aliens, but they're all standing on. Everybody's asleep, and they're standing.
There's 3, by the way.
Of the cube? Okay. And
Yeah,
the-
there's Cube 0 cube and then Cube 2 Hypercube.
Hypercube. But
Yeah.
what's it called though? So they're all standing on these circles and they're asleep, right? And one person wakes up, and it's like she tries to wake somebody else up, and he steps off of the cube and he dies or whatever. Like it's just like a psychological mind game type thing. I didn't see all of it, but it was intriguing. Dad had me start watching The Platform when I was over last time. I don't know if you heard about that one. I don't know what happens with it. It sounds like a good premise, but like not executed very well. But have you guys heard about that one?
Yeah,
I heard
that's
about that
the
one.
with,
It's something about like
It's like
the
the prison.
elevator
It's
thing?
the prison where like you're in a cell with one person, and this platform comes down, and it has food on it, but like you randomly get put on different levels after so much time.
yeah.
And so like you see the people at like the very bottom on like level 200, there's no food left, so they're like eating each other. But then you go to like level 1 and like they're the first ones, so they have like, you get like a minute to like grab some food, but like as soon as it starts moving, you're supposed to be done. So like the one guy takes a big old bite and like throws it back on there. And like the guy's like, and the guy spits. He's like, "Oh, I didn't like that," and spits it. And the guy's like,
yeah.
"Bro, what's your problem?" And he's like, "Somebody will eat it."
Well,
Ugh.
the idea isn't it like if you keep any of the food when the platform goes down,
You
like
get you get in trouble.
yeah.
So it's interesting. I think that one's in a foreign language. I can't remember what language. Might be in Spanish.
I thought it was in like Russian or something.
I don't know.
Oh,
Have you, it might be
100%.
Portuguese. Have you seen REC?
No, that's found footage though, right?
Yeah. So
That's
the
Spanish, right?
the U.S. remade that and called it Quarantine, but it's where like the news reporter
It is
goes with
Spanish.
the news reporter goes with the firefighters, because she's like shadowing them for a night for like a news segment, and she goes with them to this
Yeah.
apartment, and the apartment gets like locked, and then there's like basically these like it's somebody experimented with rabies and basically created like zombies basically, but they're like the fast like scary type. And so that was a pretty interesting like premise, and it was scary. I haven't seen
Yeah.
REC, but I've seen Quarantine. I heard REC is better.
I've heard that too. I know it's like one of the better found footages, but
Wait, is it? So there's REC and I see Rec, which is like recording.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah,
both from 2007.
it's the
I
same
think
thing. I'm
it's
pretty sure.
one of them's a short film. I think one of
'Cause
them's
I
a
see
short film.
A Spanish found footage horror
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's the one you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
But they remade it in the U.S. and called it Quarantine.
Did that one suck?
I thought it was decent. They made a second
Fine.
one where they were on a plane and it happened. That one was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know. I've been thinking like about different premises, because like all these crazy premises, like that's a good way to start a career is by coming up with something like that.
Did you guys hear about what's been going on TikTok, like in terms of the newest like scary, gross video that's been going around? That
What's-
RIP trend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently
No.
there's one where it shows a girl like dancing to it, and then like someone's head gets cut off.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard about that because there's like I said, there was one where a guy pulled the trigger on himself with the shotgun,
Yeah.
and that was going around for a while.
Yeah, but like, dude, like what? How does that even spread? Like, I don't understand.
There is people who will see, oh, it's a chick dancing, and scroll right past it. So, and then there's the people who watch it, and then they see it happen, like, oh, dude, this is crazy. I'm gonna send it to my friend. It's messed up,
Yeah.
but that's just the way people are, man. It sucks. Like it's
Yeah.
really hard for them to get rid of it.
You would think that they would put something in place, though, just like YouTube, where like it'll scan the video and it'll be like, nope.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. I even put on Twitter, I was like, does anybody know anybody that works at TikTok? And people are like, no. Like, I know somebody who says they know somebody, but eventually I would love to interview somebody at TikTok. Like, just ask them questions like about where they're headed with the platform and, like, whatever they can talk about.
Ask them if they'd rather eat a chocolate bar
Oh, God.
that's made of poop or a turd that's made of chocolate.
But like, let's try to come up with a premise, okay? Because like like a premise, like it could be anything. Like there was
What do you mean a premise? What do you mean?
for like a movie, like a horror movie. It's like a crazy concept. Because there was the one I think it's called It Follows, where
Yep.
it's yeah. Have you heard about that one,
I've seen that one.
Chris? Have you heard about that one?
No.
So it's a like a ghost, right? But the way that it starts going after you is it's spread like an STD. So like you have to have sex with a person for the ghost to like you get to get it off you, so it's not messing with you anymore. And so that's the premise of the movie. It's an interesting concept, and the movie is not the way that you think it is. It's very like teenage kind of. Not lighthearted, but it's definitely like not. It's not like a Saw gruesome type movie or anything. I think it's rated R.
Yeah.
Because of the concept.
Yeah.
But that's like a low budget movie that like kicked off somebody's career. But like, I mean, Lights Out. That's really simple. When you turn the lights on, the ghost can't get you. But when the lights are out, you're fair game.
Oh, is that what that is?
Mhm.
Oh,
Dude,
It only shows up in the dark,
there's a genius scene in that movie where the guy is like scared out of his mind running to the car to like try and get help.
The
And
headlights.
the ghost picks him up and he's freaking out screaming, and then he has the keys in his hands, so he hits the freaking lock button and the lights turn on and it drops him. I was like, dude, that is so genius, bro. That was the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Could you
too.
imagine if that was real, but like in a prison?
They make you eat poop.
No.
I just figured everything back. No, I'm trying
There is
to
a
think,
movie
man.
about that, but I don't know.
No, I'm trying to
Oh.
think like what's
We don't talk about that one, Genie.
Yeah.
Not
Because-
anymore.
you know
We
which
did
one I'm
episode-
talking about?
The human centipede.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he knows
That's
a
one of them.
different poop movie.
My bad.
No, like I
gotta-
love the idea of like a movie where like people think that something's going on and it turns out it's not. So like
Yeah.
like you know, let's say people wake up in a bunker and they're told that, you know, like the world, there's a nuclear war going on and these people were brought in, but then it turns out it's not what they think, you know. It's an experiment or something.
Mhm.
Something like that, you know what I mean?
What's
Those
that
are,
one
like-
story? What's that one story where it's the like they think that there's what is it, like a killer or something in the neighborhood, and it turns out it's just like aliens. Oh no, the power goes out or something like that, and it was just aliens the whole time. What was it?
Oh,
it's like
the
some...
monsters are due on Maple Street?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Genie.
Yeah.
That's an old Twilight Zone episode where it's like it's the 50s, right? And so all the
Yeah.
neighbors are like stuff starts acting up, like the power goes out and the neighbors all come out and they're like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on, this and that." And then all of a sudden they start like accusing people. They're like, "Wait, this guy was doing this." You know, like they're like fishy about him. And like they
some
all
kids all
at
like,
least
what about my comic book? And they're all, nah, dude, shut up. And he's
They-
like, wait, he has a point.
like the guy like something they'll start arguing about something and all of a sudden the street light will turn on and they're like, "Oh shit." Like, you know, like they're like it's just a whole mind thing. And the way that
why do they have their power on? and
but
stuff
it,
like
yeah,
that?
they're like, "Why does the power's on at his house? What the hell?" You know, like yeah, like that. They're like, "What the hell?" And then it ends with them like basically like going after each other, and then it like pans out, and there's two aliens with their spaceship sitting on a hill, and they've got a controller and they're messing with the lights.
Which the Twilight Zone was
Wow.
great.
Dude, because there's some concepts in there that are just insane, bro.
Dude, there was one we watched in my English class in sophomore year where it was it was like this astronaut in the middle of the Cold War lands on a different planet and meets some alien, and they both look human, right? And it turns out it's like Adam and Eve or something like that. And so it's like the idea is like you think, oh, the guy came from Earth because there's a Cold War going on, but it was just a different planet that had the exact same crap happening. It's like, what the heck? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of?
Alright.
There's weird little things like that where I was like,
Have you seen the one where the guy works at a bank and like he all he wants to do is just read books? Like he's obsessed
yeah.
with reading books. And then so one day he decides to like sneak into the vault so he can like read a book. right? Like he's just wants to be left alone. Like he sneaks off, and then freaking an atomic bomb drops, and so he opens the safe and everything's gone. And then so like he's like wandering around, right? And then he finds all the books at this library that's been blown up, and he's like, now I can read all I want. And then he goes to sit down to read a book, and his glasses fall off and break, and he can't see.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
I mean, I the only thing I have to say about that episode is like
it's so simple, but like the execution, you're like, oh fuck.
He would definitely find a way though.
I don't think so, man. He was like, they showed what he could see, and he was blind as a bat, bro. He couldn't see anything.
He'd find a way.
Nah, dude, that guy was gonna freaking reach for a Twinkie and accidentally grab like a poisonous snake or something, you know? Like he's screwed. He can't see anything. He can't tell the difference between a brick and a book. Like they look the same to him.
To me, I would think, and okay, just to throw some realism into the matter, he would probably find a car, go to a city that's nearby that didn't get affected by the nukes.
Apparently the whole world did.
Yeah, but that's
like because it's the
no
50s
sense.
at the height of the whole atomic bomb scare stuff. Or
Yeah,
60s. I can't remember.
Same
My favorite is still Nightmare at 20,000 Feet. You guys heard of that one?
with the alien on the plane or the monster on the
The
plane.
Gremlin. Yeah, so it's William
Yeah.
Shatner, right? The guy who plays Captain Kirk in the old Star Treks.
Yeah.
And it's like one of his first roles, and it's basically he's on a plane, and he just got released out of a psychiatric hospital. So like he's obviously has had experience where people are like, you're crazy, bro. And so they're coming back, and they're on this plane, and he looks out the window and he sees this like creature messing with the engine, like he's like messing with the plane. And so he like starts freaking out and telling him there's something out there, but every time he brings people over to look, it's gone. And so they think he's crazy again. But then he grabs like an air marshal's gun and freaking like shoots it. Right? But then they think he's just crazy, so they lock him up. But as Rod Serling's doing like the whole narration about the Twilight Zone, like they show it's like dead on top of the wing, and all the cops and the paramedics and everything, and they don't see it, but like it was real. But they all think he's crazy because he just happened to be coming from a psychiatric hospital. So
what was that one where like the plane would like travel through time or something?
That one was weird.
Well, I don't even understand what the concept is there.
They go through a storm, and all of a sudden it's like the dinosaur age.
Although I will say the 1950s, I feel like they had a lot of interesting concepts.
1950s is like peak sci-fi, bro.
Well,
like, it was like
because we were very like, I think 1950s to like the 1970s.
Big explosion in like technology and stuff.
Well, the big thing was the space race, because that's
That
when a lot
too.
of like the atomic age and space age stuff happened. Because they were like, oh my god, we just sent something to the moon. Imagine what's next. We could probably be on Venus by tomorrow.
Dude,
like,
I'm halfway through season 2 of For All Mankind, and that show just keeps getting crazier, bro. Where like if the space race continued.
That one's on
Apple Plus.
TV?
Apple Plus.
Yeah.
Apple TV Plus, yeah.
Okay.
Can I tell you?
You still no.
I want to tell you one thing.
I'd like to hear. Yeah.
Dude,
one thing that blew my mind.
I need to watch it still, though. I definitely need to watch
but
it.
there was one scene where I was like, "Holy crap!" Like this just makes me think like it's literally gonna go to like War on the Moon eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because so the first season is literally them like getting the first base on the moon. Like it's literally like 3 people, small ass base going crazy. Like it literally like, you know what I mean? Cabin fever type thing. And then season 2, it jumps like 10 years after that, or 15 years. No, I think 9 years. 9 years after that, right? So like the people from those missions are like the ones running things now. And so now they have like a full scale base on the moon. But they are like they find ice, right? Because they know if they find ice on the moon, then they can use it to make fuel. They can use it to like sustain the base, all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of benefits to that, right? So they find an area that has a lot of ice that they can mine, and they have all their equipment there. And so like daily they go do stuff over there. Well, one day they walk over there and all their stuff's moved and the Russians are there. And so they're like, well, shit, what do we do? And so NASA sits down and they're like, the president wants us to take the spot back. And so they're like, well, what if they get hostile about it? And so he's like, we're going to send Marines to the moon. And I was like, oh my God, dude. I was like, this is how it starts, dude.
That's really cool.
And so right now they're like arguing like what constitutes like pulling the trigger. You know what I mean? Like what's considered hostile, you know? And so basically they're going to go, like literally I was at the part where like the Marines showed up and they have all these briefcases and people are like, what the hell is that? And somebody's like, I think it's guns.
Oh,
Dang.
you know what? Okay, because we're probably going to end it soon. I do want to say one thing. Because did you see the trailer for Loki at all, Genie?
Oh my gosh.
No, I saw like an advertisement. I saw like a headline saying that he was gender fluid, and I was like, what? And
Oh,
I checked the thing.
yeah, but that's because he can shapeshift and stuff like that, which I think
Yeah,
is-
it made sense. It made sense.
Like, duh. But this isn't really a spoiler because it's like 2 minutes and it's in the trailer. Okay, Loki was DB Cooper.
Oh yeah, dude. It blew my mind when that scene happened.
Okay, here's the thing. So the whole idea is DB Cooper said he had a bomb in his briefcase, right?
Uh-huh.
Did they ever find the briefcase?
No.
Like, did he?
He,
What if?
he parachuted out with it.
Yeah. So what if there actually was a bomb in it, and the reason why nobody ever found him is because the bomb blew up when he jumped out of the plane?
So there's all kinds of theories, man. There's people who say he got away. There's people who say that he like screwed up and crashed because they found money and they think it's the money from that. All kinds of stuff. But
Well, no,
either way,
because
they
the
never
money- the-
they never
money they
they never
found-
solved it.
The money they found, they know it was his because of the serial numbers on it and stuff like that, right? But I mean, it would explain why they. I mean, if the bomb was, potent enough, right?
A lot of people think he didn't have a bomb
And that's entirely possible as well.
because that was a completely new concept. Like nobody had ever hijacked a plane like that.
That's also true. I don't know, but if he actually did have a bomb and it went off, because maybe he was afraid someone was going to call his bluff or something like that.
I don't know why, but I want to think that he got away.
He's
like-
living in Argentina with Hitler or something, dude.
No, not like that. I just mean like it's because this was like the Pacific Northwest, so it was like the best place to do it apparently. You know, because
Yeah, it's just all trees.
well, no, like they're just saying like the way that the flight path flew, like there was definitely like several ways that he could have like planned to get away that wouldn't have worked in other places.
Or he could have actually been Loki, and we're just stupid.
But yeah, no, DB Cooper, that's a crazy case.
Really creative of them.
We
I
were
like
going to
that.
do an episode on that when we were still doing Cool Ranch Conspiracy Corner,
Yeah,
and we didn't because, I mean, there isn't really that much to talk about.
no,
there.
there's not. There's not much to it.
It's just a lot of what ifs.
I see.
There's
Yeah.
people who swear it was their dad and stuff like that. There's like documentaries about it
Yeah,
where they try
there's
to prove
also-
it.
The same thing happened with the JFK assassination, though. People were like, "Oh, no. I was the second shooter," and it's like, dude,
They're trying
like-
to get famous off of something like that, bro. It's so,
yeah,
so scummy.
they're like, well, because the thing is, they're
Put
already
the
in
cuffs
prison.
on me, boys.
They're already in prison, so they're like admitting to all kinds of crap they didn't do to get more. clout.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, I hate that when people like. There's so many things that have happened where people are like, so and so said in a prison cell that they were the ones who really did it, or they were the ones who knew the guy who did it, or like that. That is such a
yeah.
common story. It's like people trying to make up stuff to like, well, I got information on this, like shorten my sentence. Like it's just stupid. It's people trying to like scheme their way out of.
I'm
prison.
the Hamburglar.
But anyways, I think it's a good place to stop it.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
It's an interesting episode. What do we? I don't know what we're
And-
gonna title this one.
probably something to do with what we'll
Tesla
figure
was
it
a
out.
big part of it.
Tesla
Teslas,
was a big
Remember that.
yeah.
Teslas,
Tesla, Loki. What else?
Teslas.
Battlefield for a little bit.
Teslas and Loki, or we could do Battlefield 2042 and Loki, or Teslas and I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I think Battlefield would be good. Like
We
start,
barely talked
and
about it,
especially it's
though.
Timely. Yeah. That's the thing.
I would say
The
Teslas,
gameplay.
Teslas and Loki.
Okay, yeah. Maybe next week we could do Battlefield gameplay comes out tomorrow. That's when we really know. Like,
Oh,
Gameplay
and
comes out
another-
tomorrow. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another episode of Loki comes out, so we can talk about it then. Hopefully
Wednesday,
Genie will
yeah.
watch it.
yeah,
Yeah, Genie, get
Yeah.
your shit together.
I'll download it on the Pirate Bay. I mean the Disney Plus.
the Disney Plus.
I'll hit up my guy.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
Ma,
that was
I need
fun.
the code. I need the password.
Dude, I used to do that for freaking Club Penguin all the time, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I'd put mom's email address wrong
Love
every
Club
single time,
Penguin.
and she's like, "I didn't get an email," and I'm like, "Are you sure?" It says
Yeah.
check your spam.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, it's sad.
But anyways, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Deuces.
Peace.